Yo. Welcome to the Beat Lab. Your host, Sweaty Teddy, here with my guys, as always, Leisure Suit.
What's going on?
And Lucas.
Hello.
Hey, so big things popping. You know, we got up. We're official, dude. We're doing it. iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Podcast Republic, Google Play.
Yeah.
We're on all the motherfuckers now, dude. So, you know, tell your friends, you know, whatever platform you guys are using, you can find us on, and subscribe and share so we can grow this thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, so we may or may not have a fucking guest today. We may or may not.
You know, they're in a band, and you can't really...
we all remember the fucking band days, right?
I can't say that most people I know in a band are like the most reliable on the whole time and getting there and doing, you know, they've got to have a team of people to get them there, or somebody blowing their phone up to get them there, right?
Well, you were always the motherfucker to get people where they need to be.
I was also a Marine.
Yeah, that's right. You're fucking squared away, dude.
Hey, I'll tell you this though. I went to check out Warren G one time in Santa Ana, and we're just like, oh shit, Warren fucking G. We seen all these motherfuckers come out right before him, right?
Was this the one at the observatory?
Yeah. And the motherfucker showed up 2 hours late.
God.
We stood there listening to a fucking tribute to Nate Dogg for 2 fucking hours, dude. And then he finally showed up and said, it was traffic, I'm sorry. So he played like fucking 20 seconds of each song. I was like, oh man, that's fucking horrible, dude.
Dude, that's crazy. So, worst band of all time to show up late or fuck up. We all know who that is, right?
Guns N' Roses?
Yeah, I got to bring them up in every show because they're back together.
You know what? My buddy saw Motley Crue at the Mid-State Fair, right? And it was on the tour that we saw him on last year.
Right.
And they came out. They were like 4 hours late for their set. They
4 hours?
Yeah, they didn't even get on stage until like after midnight, he said. They only were able to play because they were supposed to shut it down at like 11 or something. So they played for like 30 minutes. They played like 4 songs and they got
Motley
off.
Crue?
Motley Crue.
Oh,
Why?
that's
I mean,
horrible.
did they even did the band
No,
talk
I don't
about
know.
it?
He said it was the most disappointing thing, you know.
Dude, I'll tell you, that
would piss me off.
yeah,
if I
that'll
drive
take
all
your
that fucking way.
fucking the heart
'Cause
out of fucking anything, man.
Mid-State Fair is a fucking journey, dude. That's out there. How long did it take you to get there from here? A couple hours, right? 3 hours?
Well, it's basically it's Pismo. I mean,
It's Paso Robles.
Yeah,
that's right.
it's Paso. It's up above that.
Yeah, it's through Paso. I mean,
Yeah, it's,
two and
it's
a half
about 2
hours.
hours.
That's 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, dude, if I'm going to drive 2 hours for a show, fucking get up on
I mean,
stage,
that's really
man.
4 hours, right? Because you're driving there and back. So
There
you
and
got to go to
back,
work
yeah.
next day. So you're not getting home till 2, 3 in the morning. You know?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it sucks to fucking have somebody show up late like that, dude, because then you're just pissed off and you don't even fucking enjoy whatever they play.
Well, that was the whole thing with the GNR and Metallica tour, right? Like Metallica would come out, they'd play their set, and they were on time, and they were the consummate pros, and then GNR wouldn't take the stage like till hour and a half after Metallica got off.
I just that always blows my mind.
There was like rioting because of that shit.
Yeah, there was more than one occasion of that from the documentary I watched with the video footage of people tearing the shit up. But I can't believe that's the way that they did business. You know, that's the way that they projected their band.
It's a wonder why they hung around as long as they did, though. I mean,
You know
I think, being like that, you think they would have fell off even sooner.
But there's so much, and I know you guys both know, there's so much that happens behind the scenes that we don't know, that we'll never know. People take this shit to the grave, you know what I mean? But there's so much shit that goes on of why, you know, it could be one fucking bad apple that fucking is fucking up that band every fucking time. They're late because that one motherfucker.
Yeah, it's called Axl Rose.
You know what I mean? Like, shit happens like that.
Yeah, I see what he's saying though, because he's talking about, you know, what was really going on there. Well, I mean, how mad are you if you're Axl Rose and Slash is like so fucked up on heroin every day, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he was really bad addicted. I've read his book, and I mean, I'm not judging the guy. I'm just saying, like,
Whose
dude, that would
podcast?
suck.
I listened to a podcast with Duff McKagan, and that motherfucker,
They were all
like he was like what he like died a few times, and paramedics brought him back, and all kinds of shit. Like those motherfuckers were doing it. They were
Yeah.
next level partying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were riding that line, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I
So-
mean, that's crazy to me. You know, I would never, I don't know, I'd never do anything like that. But
No, fuck no.
I'm too much of a pussy, I guess. I don't know. I think I maybe learned my lesson about drugs from hearing about some of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, man. Yeah. If you make it that far and you fuck it off by, partying and stuff, that sucks. All the hard work just out the window.
Anyway, looks like we are gonna have a guest.
Yeah. So got the text. They're on their way. Band Inertia, Bakersfield local metalcore band. They opened up for Atreyu last night at the gate, right?
Yeah.
And we couldn't be there. We had some prior engagements, so we weren't able to make that show. But they're going to be here with us to talk about it. So I think that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah.
It's a good opportunity for them. I mean,
Hell
they're,
yeah.
I don't know much about what's going on in the music scene right now in Bakersfield, so it'll be nice to get some insight on what the local music scene is.
Yeah, we got the kind of 411 on the local hip hop thing when Stu came through, right?
Right.
So we'll kind of get a state of the union on the rock scene and seeing what's cracking here in Bakersfield, because I know it's been a minute since we've all been, in that,
Yeah,
that
I don't
local
even-
scene.
I don't even hear about it anymore,
Yeah,
So it's like,
it doesn't seem like it's as big
No.
as it was 10, 15 years ago.
but
here
I
in
hope
town.
they bring it back.
Yeah,
You know,
me
I hope
too.
somebody brings it back.
Yeah, I mean, there were some acts going on when I was in the local scene, man, that I thought were really great bands.
Melodros, I thought they were good.
Yeah, I liked them. I mean, Throat Shot was also another one.
Throat Shot was
Oh
good.
man,
Legion of Thieves,
I liked Legion of
them.
Thieves a lot more.
I like them.
they
Yeah.
were tight.
Legion
man.
of Thieves
that
was a
show
great
that you
band.
guys did with
Oh,
them at
fuck.
the Studio 99.
That was a great show.
Where
That
he-
was a Halloween.
I couldn't believe he fucked up that Gibson
Yeah,
Les
he
Paul,
just
dude.
broke the shit out of that motherfucker.
I was like, God
damn.
damn, dude, that's a nice guitar to be fucking throwing around the stage.
Dude, after that, like, fuck, it was maybe like a year after that. It was quite a while after that I saw him in Delano at a church,
Right?
and they were, because they did the Christian thing, and they were setting it off in this church in Delano, and I was like, oh shit. So I showed up and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, and then they're playing, and they're selling their little demo and shit. They're about to go on tour, like a little national West Coast tour, and I was like, oh shit, okay. So the DVD or the CD was like $5. They're
Yeah.
asking for $5. So I gave them 20. You know what I mean? And fucking dude was like, you want your change? And I was like, no. I was like, go ahead. I was like, it's $20. What the fuck is $20?
Yeah.
I spent $20 at McDonald's right now. But I'm like, he was like, fucking, oh, thank you, man. But I'm like, dude, imagine how fucking hard it's gonna be to fucking pay for gas and all this fucking shit that you're about to go through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna need a whole lot more than $20, man. You know what I mean? Like, I hope everybody fucking buys something, because that's fucking hard as fuck, man. Hard.
Oh man, without a doubt. You're out there every night slinging records after the show. Hey, I just got off stage. I'll be at the merch booth, for an hour.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That touring life is crazy, man. It's amazing though. It's the most amazing thing you get to do ever, I think, other than have a child. And you're in a different city every night. There's fans. There's all, and every fan is just got their own unique take on what you're doing, and it's just cool to hear all their ideas. It's cool to hear how their perspective on what your music's. I mean, and imagine that's I think that's somebody actually likes what I'm doing. Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool, man. I mean, it's such a
Yeah.
now it makes me feel good to sing it or to write it, but now somebody else makes them feel good. That's just such an honor,
The other day I saw on Twitter, Danny Lil from Upon a Burning Body. He was talking on Twitter about these people making a big shit about fucking some dude that got his some of Upon a Burning Body's lyrics
Yeah.
tatted on him, and fucking
Wow.
Danny Lil was like, oh, that's fucking cool, and everybody else was talking shit. So I tweeted back and I was like, for somebody that's an artist out there, for a fan to go out and get your shit tattooed on their skin. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that's like the ultimate honor for the band. Yeah, I mean, because there's somebody that fucking really believes in you so much that they put your shit on their fucking skin that's gonna be there forever.
That's there forever.
Yeah, it's never gonna leave. So I was like, fuck, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think it's
that's
awesome.
like the definition of dedication to a band. Like
Yeah.
you're feeling them that much, and they've touched you that much to where it's a part of you now.
Yeah.
And it's just like you with Rewind, man. Like you were down for fucking Rewind, Leisure.
Dude, well,
you got that shit right there, man. You got it tatted on your arm.
I got a Rewind tattoo. I got an Avenged Sevenfold tattoo. I got a 30 Seconds to Mars tattoo. Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
it's just the thing about it is when if I think about Rewind, I think about some good times. Like good times of my life. Like I can remember driving to work. I even got the damn CD in my car right now. Yeah, I mean, Rewind shit. And I'm just like driving to work, listening to that shit, and I'm just like, fuck, this is fucking bad. I can't wait to go to the Mint and check them out, next week. Like I'm gonna go. Avenged Sevenfold, I can remember listening to those with you, those guys with you, you know what I mean? And fucking, I'm just like changing my life, and then 30 Seconds to Mars, I'm like, fuck, dude, I fucking love Jared Leto, bro. Like that motherfucker's
He's
bad.
a pretty motherfucker, man.
He's bad, bro.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Long time 30 Seconds fan you are, and so what do you make of the new stuff they're doing? I mean, are you still a hardcore fan as much as you were on the old shit? Okay.
No, I don't like it as much now. The last one was okay, the Kings and Queens thing.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I wasn't digging it.
It was a change though from what they were doing, so but fuck, did they make some fucking money though, man. They made some money. That's what it was. I think that's what it is. What it was all about is, okay, we put in our fucking time. Now let's make some fucking money, And that shit, that fucking year that they made that shit, they set the Guinness Book of World Records for shows in a year. 311 fucking shows in one fucking year.
Wow.
311 fucking dates, bro. There's only 365 days in a year.
You better eat your goddamn Wheaties. You're gonna play 311 shows, dude.
Well, not only that, I mean, let me just speak to what that does to you as a singer. I mean, I can tell you, man, that after 3 or 4 in a row, I was like my voice needed a day, and really, while you're on tour, the whole thing, man, it's don't talk all day long.
Yeah, you were on voice rest. I remember you'd be like, don't call me, text me.
Yeah. Don't, because you really, man, you can lose your voice. I lost mine a couple of times touring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brutal, and I couldn't really talk for a couple days.
Yeah.
It's a scary moment if you're a singer.
You're like, damn, I got a show tomorrow night?
I have a show tomorrow night. I can't talk.
Yeah.
Dude, and I'll tell you, like, that time that I saw him at the Santa Barbara Bowl, that was one of the dates of that year. Fucking Jared Leto don't go like soft. You know what I mean? Like he's fucking screaming out there. I'm like, fuck. And the thing that amazes me more though is just because I have a regular job.
Yeah.
And I got to go to it every day. Fuck. For me to stay healthy the whole fucking year and go every day to work, it's fucking hard as shit. Like for them guys to stay healthy enough or even play sick as fuck, god damn, that's dedication, man. That's fucking hard.
Well, I think, you look at that guy's career, and Jared Leto in particular is a really interesting person to me. He's an amazing singer, but he's not just an amazing singer. He's an amazing songwriter, and he's not even just that. He's an amazing actor.
Yeah.
And then he's involved in all kinds of different things. He produces, directs some of the videos. So I mean, he's really just an all around and a very impressive artist, I think. And I watched that Artifact documentary. Did you watch that?
Yeah.
I think that shit was awesome, man.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I think that really, I don't know, it made me feel good, man, because that was kind of their take on the music business is exactly mine.
Yeah.
And
when I saw that, I thought of you because I was like, dude, I know I've heard Luke talk like this. I mean, like,
yeah,
his take on this is exactly their take on it, and I'm sure that's a lot of people's take. Like, that's how I feel, you know. But it was cool. It was cool to see that.
Well, yeah, it is about how a lot of, most artists probably feel that way.
Yeah.
I mean, even the artists, you look at the artists that are really at the top of the food chain and making all that big money, and think about the amount. I mean, Rihanna. You know who Rihanna is. You don't listen to her records. You don't buy her records. But everybody, almost everybody on the face of the planet knows who Rihanna is. Imagine what the money that she generates for these greedy bastards in the music business. I mean, her face, her image, her name, her sound, her music, her, everything. It's somebody owns it, dude.
Well, the song that launched her was the Umbrella song with Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
That was like the track that brought her out. That track wasn't even written for her. You know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that track was written for Britney Spears. That track was written for Britney Spears, and it was taken to Britney Spears, and she was like, "No, this is a hunk of shit." And Rihanna was a new artist, so they took the song to her next, and she's like, "Yeah, I can work with this," and she turned it into a huge hit,
a huge career.
Yeah, well, it launched her career, but not only that, but that was a gigantic single.
Yeah, yeah.
But that song wasn't even written for her. She got that shit like secondhand.
Oh, you know what, man? I don't know why. Okay, I do know why. I thought of Chris Brown because he whipped her ass, and he's a dick. So don't like that guy too much. His music was just
Hey, don't. Like, believe me, I do not condone that shit at all.
Yeah.
But that motherfucker's an amazing fucking talent, bro.
Oh, I think he's talented, dude.
Amazing.
He can dance
talent.
like Michael Jackson too.
He can sing his ass off.
He
too.
wasn't the guy I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to talk about him. He made me think of someone else, which this might even be a bigger insult to him. I thought of Kanye West.
Oh shit.
So
fuck.
So that's my thought process right behind this.
That motherfucker's out of his mind.
That
dude.
guy's
Kanye
a douchebag.
is like,
all right, let me just say that
that
Kanye,
fucking dude.
If you're listening out there, which I doubt you would, because you probably are writing some shitty music right now, but I wanted to let you know that I'd fight you in any public forum, and I'll beat the fuck out of you for everybody in America that can't stand you. So suck my cock.
God.
That's what I call the rant.
Hey,
of
the
week.
next thing you know,
The
Joe
rant of the
Silva
week.
and Dana White are going to be calling fucking Lucas here, and they're going to be like, "So, you remember the Kimbo Dada 5000 fight?
No,
we're going to do
if
Luke
Kanye
and
challenges
Kanye.
me, I'm training at BBJJ with Matt Baker and whoever those bad big motherfuckers are in the back. That
Oh
do the
yeah,
boxing and shit.
fucking Pretty Ricky. You got
And I'll get skinny
all
and
those
I'll beat the
fools.
fuck out of that dude straight up. God is my witness. I'll do it. So if he wants
celebrity
some, get
death
some.
match.
No, you know what?
That's
That guy
fucking
all the way
Luke
back
and
to
Kanye.
all the way back to when I was a busboy at Cheesecake Factory for a time.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
I love the Cheesecake Factory.
I love the Cheesecake Factory too, but Kanye West came in, dude, right at the height of that Gold Digger song, man, and he was just there. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing his name, seeing his face, hearing that stupid song. Anyway, he's sitting in the back there in the restaurant, and all these little girls are coming up asking him for a picture or for an autograph, and he like complained to the management, "Y'all put me over here, where everybody sees me." I'm like, "You're in fucking Beverly Hills, man." Or no, you're at the Grove. It's not Beverly Hills. He's at the Grove.
Yeah.
What did you think? No one was gonna see you? Did you come inconspicuously with no expensive jewelry on or not? Did you cover your face? This guy's an asshole, anyway. Is what I'm getting at. Okay. So, but I saw something on the news, like a news thread I was reading, and he's like talking shit about people's kids. Like there's some guy he got in an argument with, and he talked bad about his kids. Or talk to, like your kids are embarrassed of you. Shut up.
That's
Stuff
not
like that.
That's not that Wiz Khalifa thing, is it?
I think it has something to do with that.
The Twitter war.
I think it has something to do with
with
that.
Amber Rose, where
Yeah,
she was like, she went
fucking
hard,
hit
dude.
that
She's
fool
like,
off. She shut
"You
that
were-
fucker up quick.
You weren't fucking complaining when I had my fingers in your ass.
Yeah,
or some
yeah. I was
shit."
like, oh,
Dang, I didn't hear
and
about
that
this.
fucking shit
dude,
stopped
she-
right there, bro.
She put that motherfucker on blast. Like, Yeah, your kinks, dude. I'll put that shit out there.
Hell,
Like talking about how
fucking
she used
yeah.
to finger his butthole and stuff,
Nice,
dude.
nice.
I'm like, oh my god, dude. She
So,
put it all out
so
there.
Kim Kardashian probably loved to hear about that.
Oh yeah, she's like, oh,
shit.
She probably like, you never asked me to stick my finger in your ass.
Yeah.
Kanye.
Hey, I heard your.
Hey, my doorbell just went off. I think our guests are here, man. We're gonna pause this thing. We'll restart with our friends from Inertia. Yo, we're back. We're back with our guys from Inertia, Dylan and Zach. Welcome to the Beat Lab. What's up, guys?
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, get up on that mic. Don't be afraid of that thing.
I'm not afraid to take it.
Oh shit, he's not afraid to take it.
Oh my.
Before we started, I told him to check their mics that way. For,
Yeah,
for
like
in honor of
old
Brian.
fucking
Take
Romanini.
it. Take it. All right.
So you guys played last night with Atreyu. That was tight. How'd that go?
It was overall a blessing. It was more than we can ask for. Everyone in the band was playing perfectly on time with each other, which isn't typical for a band's first show.
There were some mishaps in terms of like the sound check and all that, and just we were so crammed on stage because like Atreyu, they had all their amps and their drum set.
Yeah.
So it's like we were like, you know, like
You like pushed to the very front of the stage.
I almost hit some of like the audience with my guitar, just like turning back and forth to like change my pedals and all that.
Oh my god.
And yeah, but I mean, despite those things, like we played on key, and like it was all synced up. We were playing in time, and I think the sound was a little bit off, just talking to some of the people in the audience, but the overall general response was good. I'm really glad people liked us more than anything.
Hell yeah, man. So how long has this band been around? How long?
2
have you
years.
guys- 2 years?
But last night was our first show. You know.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
We've been through.
Yo, Dylan sent me a couple tracks, and you know what we heard. We all listened to it. We thought it was fucking great.
Thanks.
Yeah, it
Thanks.
is.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah, it was. We were definitely vibing it. So
We
Yeah, I
spent
don't
a
wanna-
year writing and then a year now recording, and now we're playing.
Yeah, we started off like just in my bedroom, honestly, just me and Dylan.
really,
Just writing, just recording. Like we have a setup like you kind of. We just use like a digital amp modeler, and like we had Superior drummer.
Yeah.
And we just wrote all the songs in our bedroom, and then we took. It was kind of weird because we took all these songs that we wrote in a studio environment, and then recreated it live. So it was kind of different than what most bands do. So it's kind of like the poster child of like what this new generation of music is doing.
Yeah.
With all like technology and being able to record from your bedroom and all that.
exactly. Like when we sit and write a song, it's not like the old days where we'd sit and hash it out in a band room and we'd all jam it out. We're writing parts on Logic and sending them to each other. And
yeah, and you
you
could
know.
Yes.
you could have like up to like I don't know, like some of the tracks have like 20 layers. It's insane.
My vocal
crazy.
tracks alone are like 16 tracks sometimes with all the harmonies and whatnot.
So I wanted to talk about your vocals for a minute because there were a couple. Man, I think that first of all, dude, you're a really good singer. I think you're a very good singer.
Thank
You
you,
sucked
thank you.
before. You sucked.
I sucked so hard before. I sounded like a dying cat when I started.
I don't know. I think you're really good.
You got
man.
good. You
And,
got good really fast.
And I think that something else I really liked that you were doing is I couldn't really place you in one on one other singer that I say, you sound like this guy. You actually sound in some places a little bit similar to Jason from One Side Zero.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if you've ever heard of that band.
I haven't, not yet.
You should check them out. They're it's dated now, but I think in the early 2000s they had a record that came out on Maverick Records, and they were really good, man. And we in my heyday we opened for them here in Bakersfield, and they were on their tour or whatever. That was fun, man. I mean, but I think you sounded like him a little bit. I heard a little bit of even like Dave Grohl.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I always
yes.
tell him that, Dave Grohl.
Zach tells me that all the time.
Yeah. So anyway, I was very impressed, and the song structures, and especially the quality of the recording, the production value. I don't know. I was really impressed, man. You guys
Thanks,
got a
thanks.
Good, yeah,
Thank
it's
you,
good
thank
sound.
you. I kind of picked up like music production just kind of on the go.
Yeah.
I just wanted to write my own songs and actually produce it myself.
I think that's cool. That's
Thank you.
that's
So,
what started me too. I wanted
what's-
to just write my own
What's
shit.
the whole overall goal?
To be rock stars, honestly.
Yeah, rock
Fuck
stars.
That when someone asks me what I do for a living, I want to say I'm a rock star.
That's right. That is
Hell
the
yeah!
goal.
I can't think of a better reason to do it.
Nah.
Fuck no.
I don't think there's
Fuck
enough of
no.
that. I don't think there's enough of that anymore.
Yeah.
We were talking about that last week on the podcast. We were like, you know what, man? There just isn't an Ozzy Osbourne quality like artist anymore, right? And there's not these big mega just badasses like Guns N' Roses or Metallica, you know? I mean, I think as close as we got was Avenged Sevenfold, but they even got a little soft when they got on the big corporate label.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they fizzled.
they still look tough, but they don't, you know, the rock and roll lifestyle thing. And I'm not saying anybody needs to do drugs or whatever. I'm just saying I want to be a rock star is a great reason.
Don't do shrooms. Trust me, don't do shrooms. I'm being serious.
Nice.
That's funny.
They jacked you up. Are you on mushrooms right now? Or?
No.
No comment.
No comment.
That's great. So, are we still writing songs?
Yeah, we actually have probably a third of our second album done already, even though the first isn't out just yet.
That's amazing.
And we just filmed a music video last weekend.
Is that out right now?
No, last
It's-
weekend. Last
it-
weekend.
Yeah, last weekend we filmed our
No,
music
it's
video.
it's being edited.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many songs in total do you guys have right now that are on that first
12
album?
are going to be on the album.
12?
Yeah.
Over 60 minutes.
Nice.
Did you guys? Are you guys producing that yourself, or did you?
Yeah.
are you
Somewhat,
going-
somewhat.
Actually-
The guitars and bass and drums, I did all from just my bedroom.
And piano.
Just the drums are going to be all programmed, but they're going to be real samples. But it's all
Are
going to
you
be
using
mixed.
Superior Drummer?
Superior drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Get
it's great
tones
program.
from it. But yeah, we're having it mixed and mastered by some dude in Ohio, and he's doing his own recording at a studio down in LA for the vocals.
Right.
So it's all independent. All
Nice.
independent.
Wow.
Well, you know, we talked about this, right? How, you know, the whole state of recordings changed before.
Oh,
You know,
for
you'd have
sure,
to,
yeah.
you'd definitely have to pay, and you'd have to go
You
somewhere.
would need tens of thousands of dollars.
You know.
A label was like a bank back then, and in some ways it still is. But yeah, you needed a label to record a good, really solid album. You know, like 15, 20 years ago or so, maybe
know-
even 10 years ago.
You say a label's like a bank. I'm going to tell you, a label is like a publishing company, right? They're taking your money to go out and find your money. Really.
Yeah.
A publishing company will say, hey, I mean, I want a piece of this money, and I'll go out to every radio that plays your shit, every TV show that uses your shit. You know, we'll work out deals with advertisers, like bigger advertisers, to try to get you some money for it. But we own like 40%, or in some cases, people have given up 60% or more of their royalty right on that. You know, and they get these artists get screwed.
Yikes.
So labels are essentially the same thing. You cannot get to the masses without one. I mean, YouTube has improved that. I think we'd all agree there, right?
Oh,
Sure,
But I mean,
there's
really,
still kind of that like driving force.
yeah, they own the. I think
Yeah.
they own the advertising piece. They own greasing the wheels at the other corporate nasty, which is the Clear Channel Radio, right?
Especially all the international stuff too.
Yeah.
Like distribution and all that.
Exactly.
I think that's kind of where like it's progressed. Like I think more in the past it was more kind of money lending institution for like recording and stuff, because recording was such a big kind of like behemoth to take on in the past. But now, you know, artists are always doing it independently. So that's
The fact that you can do it in a bedroom now, I think, speaks volumes to the change that we've seen in the past 6 years.
And we all can still put faith in, if you've just got some undeniable shit, it's going to rise to the top.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
right. At some point, if you got some good songs, it will rise to the top. It'll
And-
get noticed.
And I've always found there's this band that Zach and I both really respect called Corellia. They kind of got us into what we're doing now, and they have a live studio playthrough of one of their major hit songs called "The Sound of Glaciers Moving," and that inspired us because they recorded in the same vein. You know, they used Superior Drummer for the drums, recorded with Axe Effects, you know, in their bedroom, had a really good singer go to a professional studio and record vocals. Almost the same formula that we have, you know, in a lot of ways. And then they have this live studio playthrough of all the bands, you know, all the band members playing together.
it's all mic'd up, all nice.
Yeah,
in a
so
good
there's
sounding
no
studio.
question that this
it's live.
band can sound just like they do on the record.
Yeah.
And we're doing the same thing next month with 3 of our songs. We're doing a live studio playthrough and video all at once, just so even if people
can
hear
have
that there's
honest representation.
Yeah.
of
hear your
how we
drummer
actually
on our
sound.
album, let there be no question that we can sound just like our album or better.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. I think
I think it's really important to kind of put that out there, especially when you're doing program drums. Even though they're real drum tones, you know, it's all lined out to a grid. So you know, if you could still show that, you know.
So are you guys using the Superior Drummer live, or do you have a drummer
of course
live?
not. We have a drummer.
Yeah, we have a drummer live.
So as a drummer myself, right? How does he take? Like, yeah, you guys are doing a record, but you're gonna do it with Superior Drummer. Is he like offended that you guys are going that route versus letting him play in the studio?
He sees the practicality and cost effectiveness of doing it that way. Because although the drummer we have right now has only been with us for like a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a long story because
Our last drummer was with us for 2 years, and we just had to part ways. It wasn't working out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, shit happens, man. Yeah. Bands don't stay together forever.
Yeah, between the three of us, me, him, and the old drummer, we all collaborated on the actual drum track for the whole album. So, and then our new drummer kind of just took the songs that he's learning and kind of just adds his own spin to it, but it's the same song. You can tell.
Yeah.
So for the new record, are you guys writing as a band?
Honestly,
No.
yeah. Well, yeah, somewhat. The way we've been jamming at practice with our new drummer, there's definitely going to be that element of, you know, actually writing as a band. It's going to be more of a collaborative.
Yeah, when it's done, it's gonna be live drums on the second album. Everyone's gonna be playing together.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
That's really important.
Yeah, that's cool. I just was curious if you guys were going to stay a sort of a duo writing team, you know, and kind of hire the other people that you need to do that live.
The writing's probably still going to come mostly from Zach and I, but we take inspiration from everything. And
Oh
they're
yeah,
close to
jamming
us.
with this new drummer and bassist that we have, which are they're both
super good.
Yeah, they're both fairly new musicians, but you know, even though we were kind of the, you know, like the creative force, adding those two into the mix kind of expanded our creativity for sure.
And if I don't have to think about what drum parts I want there, I get to focus that much more time and effort on my vocals. And that's what I prefer. I don't want to have to think, crap, let me write the drums for this whole song.
He's a drummer
Right.
also, by the way.
Let me write the vocals for the whole song. Let me write the piano for the whole song. It gets exhausting and time cumbersome. So having a drummer who can hold his own and write all the parts and me be like, yeah, every part you write is badass. I don't have to worry about it.
I kind of just
That's
want to
great.
be a guitarist. I don't
Yeah.
want to write
So
like
what's-
all the bass and everything.
What's the scene out there? What's it look like right now?
You know what?
'Cause I have no
still
clue
kinda
right
That's
now.
a great question.
We played a lot here, like, you know, like 2011, 2012, 2010 in our old band, but you know, we're just dipping our feet in again, so we don't really know that much about the scene and everything.
Okay.
But yesterday, I was impressed. There were so many people there, and they stayed for like all the bands mostly. I mean, it died out a little bit after our set. I think because there was technical difficulties a little bit, but it was really positive. I wasn't expecting that many people to show up, but then I was. And then everyone was really polite, really good attitude, really awesome, really faded.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was great.
I like that.
There are some other good, really local acts like Stereo Citizen. They're kind of like I like to say they're a more interesting
Pop
version
rock?
of Maroon 5.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, they're fun. They're cool guys and they write really good music.
You almost want to dance to their music.
You do, yeah,
Really?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
It's
have to
pretty
check
cool.
those guys out.
Stereo Citizen, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Do you
really
guys
cool.
do you guys have any other shows lined up?
Yeah, I'm putting on an event March 26th at the Gate. They're closing down, so we're
Oh,
hoping to
shit.
sell that event out as well and have just as many people that were there for this show.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, definitely. So everybody out there listening, you know, March 26th, we're going to have to keep our eyes and ears out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you guys fans of Atreyu?
Yeah, actually, I'm primarily a drummer. That's where I started,
I
and
thought I heard that.
he taught me, like, he inspired me to sing and play drums at the same time, and that's been really fun. And then that segued into me singing and playing piano at the same time.
Atreyu was actually the first band that got me into like heavy, like modern rock and metal. So it's playing our first show with Atreyu as this new band that we feel is really like our ultimate like expression of our creativity. So far, what we've done as musicians was an honor.
Wow,
It was
that's
It really
great.
cool.
was. It was surreal.
Man, I'll tell you what, that's really cool. You guys have the right attitude, man.
Thank you.
I think you guys are you guys are very humble. I can tell that. And that's really cool. I can't say that everybody I've ever met in the music biz is humble. And you guys have I think you guys have a good sound, man. I wish you all the luck in the world on that. So let's talk a little more about what your influences are outside of Atreyu. I mean, what did you guys grow up listening to?
Circa Survive, tattooed on my arm right here. Anthony Green. Thrice.
Yes.
Goddamn, Artist
Fuck,
in the
I love
Ambulance,
some
dude.
fucking
That's-
Cradle of Filth is
Cradle
a
of Filth.
huge influence on me.
Yeah.
Even though I sing, I also do screams too. But his lyrical content, his vocal patterns, his tenacity, his stage presence, his artistry, the way he looks, the way he developed his brand for the band, and how like not only do they have a sound, like you hear just a few seconds of them and they have their own sound and it's unique in their own right, but also they have a unique visual. And they have a cult following fan base. I mean, I think that's really cool. Even though we're completely different band, that's an inspiration for me for sure.
When I was like really young, my dad's a guitarist also. He plays like jazz and blues. He sings. He kind of sounds like Frank Sinatra a little bit. It's cool.
That's cool.
But when I was really young, like he'd get me into like Jimi Hendrix and like the Beatles and like the Who. So like really early stuff like that. But then my cousin showed me like Atreyu. Then he showed me like Avenged Sevenfold and then like Trivium and bands like that. So more when I was like in like middle school, I was listening to a lot of like Avenged Sevenfold, Atreyu, and like Trivium.
All That Remains. That's
All That
another big
Remains,
one.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, those
Yeah,
are
we've
all
seen
great
them.
bands.
Yeah, I've seen
times.
almost every one of them except for the Beatles.
That's good shit, man.
Yeah. So as far as like guitar, what are you playing?
What kind of gear? What are we using? We're all gear heads here.
I use a PRS guitars. I use their 7-string guitars. I love the small necks, the thin, small. Everything about those guitars, I love it.
Nice.
Even I have like the lower end Korean made models, and still those guitars I love.
That's the SE, right?
SE,
Yeah.
and they're still great guitars. Funny story, I chipped that guitar last weekend at the music video. A big chip. It was.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
no.
nasty.
Wait,
nasty.
can we go back to how you like it thin and small? I'm really interested in that.
Oh my.
I heard that.
Oh my.
Dude, you chipped the guitar. I'll tell you what, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I like to think of it as the battle scar for my first music
There
video.
you go.
I know.
Yeah.
Got to be positive in some way.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't lose your mind like Luke did when he scratched his Martin.
Yeah, I kind of lost
Goddamn.
my shit, dude.
On the front or the back though, because I
front.
he did it on the back
Yeah.
though. Like no one's gonna know except him, so at least that's okay.
Yeah, the front, man, it scratched through the lacquer and into the wood. I was
Oh
like,
no, that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's a pretty deep gouge.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
pretty-
Joe did it personally.
He might have. He might have. We were both drinking a lot that night, so. So what kind of amps are you using for guitars?
I use the Axe Effects too, by Fractal Audio. It's digital. It's a preamp effects processor. So it's just all like, you got your amp models, you got your cab models, all your delays, reverbs, all that stuff just in one box.
It's like
And,
a supercharged version of like what Line 6 does, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
definitely-
everybody's using. I mean, I see Axe Effects everywhere now.
yeah,
like
isn't that
all
what
the
Joe was
metal.
buying?
Yeah.
It does a
that thing-
It's
great-
become the standard in like.
it does a
hard
great
rock
job
and
of
metal,
like,
I feel like
modeling like
and
tube
modern
amps and
music.
stuff. It sounds really, really close. And live, I use like an orange 2x12.
Oh, nice.
And just I run it through my EVH 5153 50 watt as a power amp. So you still kind of get like live, you get that color of the tubes, but recording it does a really good job of coloring the tubes. Like I just
Wow.
go direct in for recording.
Okay.
Just use the cab models and all that.
That's really cool setup, man. I'd love to learn a little bit more about that. I don't know anything about this digital amp. Man.
It's fun. It's fun.
It sounds cool. My old guitar player Joe.
It's
he's gonna get one of those, I
it's
guess.
not like your normal kind of like solid state line 6s and stuff. It's like it does a really good job at modeling tube amps.
How many switches do you have on your pedal board, Zach? There's a ton.
Like 20 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of tap dancing a lot. It's funny.
It's cool.
Right on.
I heard in your music, you guys are doing a lot of synth stuff too. What kind of keyboards are you playing?
I play a Yamaha P105. It's a really good piano. It's intended to be for indoor use, I think. I have like a stand-up stand that makes it look like it's one of those against the wall grand pianos.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But then when I throw it on stage, it looks good on stage too, and it sounds great. So I've just been using that.
Nice.
Is it? Are the keys weighted on that? Do you prefer the?
Oh,
weighted keys
yeah,
as a piano
it's,
player? I would. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really nice keyboard. I paid a lot of money for it, so it's pretty versatile. I want to upgrade to something a little bit more stage friendly because I feel like this one's meant more for indoors. Like if I dropped it, it wouldn't be as like sturdy as like one of the ones that are made for stage, but it's still a really nice piano.
Yeah, I remember like the what were they? The chord Tritons and are they still making those? Are those still good keyboards?
Yeah, Korg is still a
They still
really
doing
good
it,
brand.
yeah.
I just went to NAMM 2016 and I saw them demoing their products. They look really nice. They had this bright red one that was just jet red all the way through. And the keys were red, and then they still had the black keys. Oh, man, I was drooling. It was like a $5,000 keyboard, so I didn't really want to make that swing on it just yet. But
That's a good price right
yeah.
there, $5,000.
Yeah.
Man, you know what though? With expensive instruments, I found you definitely get what you pay for.
I'll
You
second
do.
that.
you do.
I'll second that, man. You know that drum kit. I've been playing music with Ted for nearly 20 years, and that kit is probably the 4th or 5th kit we've had in that time, maybe more.
Yeah, I'm putting. I think I'm on like the 7th kit in that time.
So I've heard a lot of them. This one, there's no comparison to any of the other ones. I mean, that first Premiere kit we had was pretty cool.
You know what?
This kit is sick.
that kit right there was really special, and they, there's whole like blogs and forums about that couple-year run that Premiere had, and they put out those drums. Those were some of the best drums that were ever made, and they're really, really hard to come by. Those kits now. I mean, I wish I still had that thing, but going into DW and seeing how these drums were made, and visiting the factory and getting the tour there with Garrison, I realized, why you could buy a $600 drum kit at Guitar Center, and then you can go buy the one that's, up on top of the cymbal room here in Bakersfield. It's a DW Collectors that's been there for a couple years because, not very many people can go in there and shell out like $4,000 for a shell pack of drums, right? But seeing how these drums were made, I realized, okay, the level of craftsmanship that goes into making these is why they cost what they cost. DW being a huge company, there's only a handful of people in that factory. So, like when I was walking around there, it's like, man, this guy touched the kit that I'm playing on now. It feels personal to you, whereas like, Pearl and Tama and Gretsch and, all these other kits, they're great kits, but they're made on an assembly line in China. They've got these giant machines that are laying out these drum shells, running them through a press and laminating all the plies together.
I love that you know the fucking process, dude.
Yeah,
that is
dude.
really doing it for me. So you actually know the process of machining drums on an assembly line.
I seen the whole process when I was at DW.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was fucking great, man. I mean, as a drummer and, dedicating your life to your instrument, it's cool to go see how the best drums in the whole world are made.
That's great.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It was really cool. I ran into, what's his name? The drummer for Perry Farrell.
Jane's Addiction?
Jane's Addiction, dude. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was crazy. You're just walking around the factory there, and he's like going to get some of his pedals worked on. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Like walking around, and then, there's a room right here. Oh, there's Terry Bozzio's kit. Oh, there's Neil Peart's room. And the guy I'm walking with, he gets a phone call, and it's a Neil Peart, and he needs more drum heads. It's like, man, this is surreal. That's the kind of place you're in. It was wild, man. That was a fun trip.
What type of pedals do you like?
I really like the Pearl pedals. I've been playing Pearl pedals forever.
What kind? I do too. That's
I
a
have the
great pedal.
Demonator or the Demon Drive.
That's what I have.
Yeah,
Wood
I don't-
beaters?
No, I use the plastic beaters, but I don't like the pedal. I went back to my Pearl Power Shifter Eliminator.
Oh, the eliminators are nice too.
I've been using this same pedal. I've had that pedal on my kit for 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years it's been on there. I bought that in 2001, dude.
Those are some good pedals then.
Yeah, it's a great pedal, man. That thing's smooth.
I was with you when you bought that shit.
Yeah, you were.
At Guitar Center San
So,
Diego.
okay, so since you started off on the drums, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the conversion from being a drummer to coming out front and fronting the band, like
It's
how-
helped a ton. So part of my transition as a vocalist was I sucked at singing. I was really good at screaming, death metal stuff. Like, you know, As I Lay Dying, I could do all day. You know, All That Remains type screams. But then All That Remains started doing a lot of singing, and then I was like, oh, I want to sing too. And
Yeah,
then
with
I couldn't.
that Overcome album, right? That was the first album they came out, and he really started singing.
That, yeah, but the one
the
before
Fall- the
it really
Fall of
got me
Ideals.
into it. Fall of Ideals.
Fall of Ideal. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
That one,
Great
that
album.
album, like someone asked me if I was on an island and had one album, like Fall of Ideals is my album. That album.
Wow.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
too.
Out of all the albums, man,
Yeah,
that would
I
be
know. That's the album. It's really versatile. Like you've got the death metal on there, and then like
Yeah, it's a good fucking record, dude.
dude,
That
I
is-
was really into some fucking All That Remains.
yeah, we
and
got on a
shit,
good
man.
kick, dude. Like back in like 2007.
What was the
Yeah,
This Darkened Heart?
yeah,
Oh,
that song was
fuck.
cool.
That one was the one that turned me out. I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, yeah, that song was really cool. So going from being inspired by some singing, I started trying singing, and after years of just singing in my car for a couple hours a day, commuting to work, I just got really good. And then I started incorporating some of my screaming styles into my singing, and that's how I got this really unique rasp sound that people are saying sounds kind of like Dave Grohl or Papa Roach or some of these other people that I've been compared to. And then that combined with my really strong sense of time from being a drummer
Yeah.
makes me create really cool vocal patterns that are almost like drum patterns, but with
Yeah, you
vocals.
use it like triplets and stuff. Yeah,
Right.
because you could,
Yeah.
as drummers,
Dude,
you know,
that's cool.
everything's a
That's
pattern,
way
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I could see, you know, I think about, you know, when I'm listening to, everybody's into the, I don't know if you're into it, the gent music. You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
You know,
a huge
so-
influence for me.
Degenting.
That's like axe effects.
It's axe
Superior
effects
Drummer.
and
It's like
8-string
that's-
guitars,
It's
right?
Yes.
like that whole culture.
So
right
I'm
there.
like, I'm so into this shit right now, and I'm listening to these fucking patterns, and I'm like, God damn, dude! If they let if they had the drummer writing their freaking parts though, they'd be like even more sick.
If they
you
had
know?
a drummer, you mean?
yeah, most of them are
Yeah.
quantized.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd play.
They like write impossible drums
Oh,
that no one can
God.
play.
We were just talking about that earlier. Like,
I was like, how the fuck are people playing this shit? You try to play to some of these fucking records. I'm
half
like,
of them
God damn
don't.
it, this is impossible.
And then you get the one online drummer that plays all the music because there's only like one drummer that can play it all.
yeah.
they're even quantizing like guitars and stuff now. Like they'll pre-record like their tones
Yeah,
and just like map it all out. It's
that's
insane. It's-
fucking crazy.
It's technical. It's technical as hell. It's like it's an art form of its own. To
And
be
then
honest, but
Anoop Sastry, he drummed on Sky
a-
Harbor. You know, what I'm
Sky
talking-
Harbor, also
Intervals.
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 He played. He toured with Monuments?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think,
he's actually in Monuments now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
That guy-
He's not in the other bands.
Doesn't he have his own record out? And
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
it's
They-
programmed guitars, right?
It is.
Yes.
It's programmed guitars.
Yes.
It's insane.
I've never heard of that before him.
Yeah, I gotta hear that. That's
It's
great.
it's on
it's
Bandcamp. We could listen to it after the show. It's actually pretty good. I'm like, fuck, man.
It's
'Cause I was-
it's put together really well, but it's like it'll blow your mind.
I was listening to that,
I
and
don't
I know
think
A-Nup's
I don't think he actually plays the stuff live, but it's fun to listen to.
it's fun to listen to.
Yeah.
And when I was listening to that, see, I didn't know they were programmed guitars.
Oh, so you're like
I listened to this fucking record and I'm like, this is the most brilliant motherfucker that's ever walked the planet. Because I've been following him as a drummer, right?
Oh, yeah.
And this guy's fucking insane, dude.
Can I
He is
interrupt you
so
for 1
good.
second? Do you guys hear the synonymous value of your worth in music, don't you? At this podcast. Do you guys what is it? Can you guess it? You guys hear it. No, it's drums.
Oh yeah.
Your music could be fucking garbage, dude. And if you got a badass drummer, this guy right here would be like, that's the baddest fucking band ever, bro.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
out this fucking drum fill. That's so fucking bad, bro. That's sick. Right?
Dude, I don't like your tone of voice right now.
I'm just saying. It's all about the drums.
But hey,
your band's only as good as your drummer is.
seriously,
Wow,
dude, you
this is
listen
from
to
a true guitar player.
I like that shit.
I like
See,
that.
now me and
That's
this
true.
guy are fucking buddies.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, it's always impaired. It's like number one.
A-Nup's
for a
fucking
band.
killer.
You
But
need
when
a
I heard
drummer.
that,
You
I
need
was
a good
like,
drummer.
this is on fucking next level shit if this dude's writing these guitar parts.
Yeah.
I was like,
I want to hear that shit.
so I feel a little bit better about myself hearing that he didn't write those guitar parts, because I was like,
Well, no,
thinking I was
I
an
think
He
I
wrote
mean,
them. He
game
just couldn't play them.
well, he probably played like measure by measure, if anything,
yeah.
and then just
At halftime.
yeah. People
And
do
then
that.
quantize.
Yes.
Have you seen this video where I'm getting this? It's this fucking guy, and he's sitting in front of. He's got a Mac like this, and he's got a keyboard. He's like, it was like guide or beginner's guide to gent, and he's like, start with the drums. He busts out this fucking keyboard. He just starts hammering on the fucking keys, and you see all the little MIDI blips going up on the fucking piano roll. And then he puts on some fucking sunglasses, and he hits the button, and it's all quantized. And it's all,
That's sick.
and then he fucking just records just one gent, and then a burl, and then he takes those, and then he puts his sunglasses back on. It's all copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. It was just
I gotta
so
watch
funny,
that
man.
video. That sounds hilarious.
Because seeing like knowing about the music and how these guys are, some of these fucking clowns are writing this shit, and you're like, yeah, there are motherfuckers that are doing.
There
that
are
shit.
people doing
There
that.
are people
For
that are
sure,
doing some
yeah.
silly ass shit, and because you have Logic in your bedroom, you can make that shit.
Oh, check this out.
Hey,
So,
I've recorded halftime for some of our solos, but fucking come see us live. I'll show you what's up.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
That's a
about.
guarantee.
There's this band that took barcodes. They took all the numbers from the barcode and then they used that to map out a breakdown. So it was like 4, 7, 9, 2, 1, 6. So they're like
In gent,
weird
like a
patterns.
lot of guys just use like the open string and like the first fret, so like the tabs are just like 10001.
Yeah.
And if you like follow like Rob Scallon or any of those guys on YouTube, they came up with this video called Binary Gent.
Yes.
And like they would just type out 1001 and they would just play it like a breakdown. It was hilarious.
Yeah, that shit's funny,
or
man.
Vela Maya did pi in a breakdown. I thought
Yes.
that was
Oh,
cool.
3.14.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah,
1
blah.
5 1
I
9
don't
6
know.
5.
I don't know.
So what do you think of Vela Maya with their new vocalist?
Love it.
I like it. It's-
Okay.
I
like
still
clean vocals.
I
fucking
still
clean
love the
vocals.
old singer.
What was his name? Brandon.
Yeah, I have a soft spot in my heart because he got me into the type of death metal screams I do. The really, like, almost Black Dahlia Murder highs and
Yeah.
then, like, the really brutal lows. But then this new singer, like, from a cohesive song listening perspective, having those singing sections really makes the song pop and it adds really nice contrast.
Especially
I
with like Marco Kubo and like his really melodic guitar parts. It's a great fit.
See,
in my
now
opinion.
that's one thing that I wanted to talk about too, because I don't think we've ever really talked about it. But like when you bring up Brandon from Vela Maya, I like his stage presence.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean, I like it.
Kills
I don't know. He just like he gets me into it. I'm like, oh fuck, I almost want to go back
He's a
into
front man.
I almost want to go back into the pit, but I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
And then
no,
you
no,
realize
no.
I'm
Yeah,
old
I'm
and
old as
fucked up.
fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I fucking break bones now. Bones break on me now. But like, I've seen some like this guy right here. When he gets up there and he does it, I'm like, fuck. Luke's got fucking hella swag. You know what I mean? Like he has some fucking swag up there.
Owns it.
But Danny Leo
Long time ago.
from Upon a
Danny
Burning
Leo,
Body,
dude. Upon
that
a Burning
motherfucker's
Body.
got swag as fuck up there. You know what I mean? Like he's hella swaggy. This guy, fuck, what the fuck is his name? Some Meanie, I want to say is his last name from Mute Math. Damn, that motherfucker he's got some fucking, you know what I mean? Some stage presence. Like do you have that?
He
Do you
plays
go out
piano.
there and-
He plays
I
piano
play
a lot,
piano
so
while
it's a little-
singing almost
The whole time?
probably almost the whole time.
Damn.
So that makes it
Fucking hard.
difficult to have a lot of stage presence. But in between some of the slower sections on piano, I try to do visuals of what I'm saying lyrically. So if like I'm saying you or something, I'll point to the crowd.
Yeah.
If I'm saying me, I'll grab myself or something like that to add some visuals, like
Yeah.
almost like acting a little
Check
bit.
out that guy from Mute Math. Have you ever seen him?
No, I
check
haven't.
check them out because they do a lot of keyboard too, and that motherfucker, man.
Or
He'll be
between the buried and me.
standing on his
Between the
fucking-
buried and me, those are some motherfuckers
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
The
this
sing-
dude
the singer
stands
will-
on his fucking keyboard and like he's playing that. I'm
Huh?
like, oh,
That's
fuck.
tight.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
fucking
what-
The
what-
ridiculous.
contortionist too.
Yeah,
Born of Osiris.
Yeah.
their keyboard player. And
He does
sings,
backup singing.
and he
That
sings.
motherfucker
That
right
guy can
there's
sing
bad,
too.
bro.
He's a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gets it.
it goes
Portable
well
Cyrus
with
is
the
bad.
front man. It,
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
it adds a new element. I'm like, I'm glad he's singing now.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
adds a really nice sound.
Yeah, he's good.
Their drummer's crazy good. I think he helps write a lot of the guitar too.
That guy's fucking sick.
He's real good.
He's
Don't they all jam in a basement and live together? No wonder they're badass. If you
Holy
lived with your
fuck.
band,
just
you'd be the
play
best
all-
band in the world.
You know, it comes down to fucking chemistry and like how long can you guys get along? You know what I mean? Because
That's
that's
it.
the ending.
You
factor.
nailed it.
Yeah, you know,
That's
that,
it.
I'll tell you what, that's been the synonymous thing in
Yep.
any group I've been with, man. I mean, and also
No question.
I will also caution you guys, you know, the songwriting thing that you guys have, if you feel good about it, be cautious who you let into that circle, because it, you know, you look at
I'm
any
very,
of the.
That's like where I'm very kind of like private and very cautious, like you said.
I would be. I had more than one songwriting partner kind of bring in other people, and
You have to
just
get
kinda-
along.
Yeah, it kind of got screwed up, you know.
But what really helps is the drummer that we have right now. He played in my last band, so I've been jamming with him for like, years, and we write like brilliant together.
and
So I
jammed
think
after the band broke up, even, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you guys have
for
just
sure,
been.
yeah.
You guys have that chemistry. So the only member in the band right now that we don't have a lot of experience with
He's our bassist, but
is our bassist, but he fits in perfect already, almost like we've known him
stylistically,
for a long time.
personality, and
That's
everything.
good. So you guys are one guitar. You have more than one guitar.
And
One
just-
guitar, one bass, one
Okay.
drummer, and then me on keyboard
That's
and singing.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that lineup, dude.
Yeah.
It's not too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
like
can actually,
it
you
more
can
than-
actually notice the bass player now.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of people doing a too much
Oh.
on stage.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know,
I'm just like, fuck.
Periphery does a lot, but they're fucking good.
Yeah,
dude.
they do it good,
It's a
yeah.
little excessive though with 3 fucking guitar players.
Well,
Did
they-
you
they
hear
have,
about
like-
they want a fourth guitarist? Someone's petitioning to
Shut
have
the
them have a
fuck
fourth
up.
guitarist.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fucking.
God.
See, that's
If
too
they
much.
do, I'd want Elliot Coleman because I love Elliot Coleman and he plays guitar and he's a really good singer. And then maybe he'd do backup vocals too, and then it'd be just like it'd be a stupid super group.
Every one of those fucking guys.
Ridiculous.
They're like a super group.
amazing.
They put
Yeah,
a
they are
retarded,
super
they
group.
put a
That's
retarded
exactly
amount of
what it
work
is.
into their whole live gear and setup. Like they have their own like touring manager who's also their sound guy.
Yeah.
And they all have axe effects, so their tones are perfectly all in sync
Yeah.
and everything. They put a lot of work into their.
We've
into their
seen them a
live
handful of
performance.
times, dude,
Yeah.
and they've never disappointed. They are always so good.
I only
Yeah.
saw
You
them
know.
once at Summer Slaughter, but they killed it.
Oh, you were at Summer Slaughter?
A while ago. This
Yeah.
was 2009 that I saw them. It's
Yeah.
been a minute. I need to.
Which
go
one
see
did
them.
we go to? That was
No, we went. I know we went to the one at the observatory. That was with Born of Osiris.
yep, and Dead
And
Letter
then-
Circus.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
We just saw
we
Dead
just-
Letter Circus.
yeah.
They killed it. I
This-
bought their snare drum or the
this
snare drum head.
stopped us.
No
from
shit.
seeing
Yeah.
Dead Letter Circus.
Oh, my condolences.
I broke this.
My condolences.
Right
yeah, we were
before.
supposed to go
Moments.
to the show. We were
They
on
killed
our
it.
way to go,
Get
and he broke his
tacos.
foot.
No, we're going to get
We're
tacos
going to get
first.
taco.
Man,
yeah,
I thought
tacos.
I was hoping that we weren't going to bring that up.
Yeah.
Now,
It's sad.
it's sad. Did you cry?
No, I didn't. I didn't cry.
I cried for you.
I didn't cry, but I was in a fucking bad mood, huh?
Yeah.
Afterwards.
dude,
Oh
you
yeah,
rocked
you
yeah,
broke your foot.
No, I didn't get
Oh.
to see fucking Dead Letter Circus in fucking 10
yeah.
years and all these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I'm just
10
like,
years killed it with
Yeah,
that
they
song
did.
Wasteland.
God, see, fuck.
Ah.
That's the only
Oh, that's
song
a
I
good
know by
song.
them, but I can listen to that song all day.
Yeah, I actually the
That
next
album
day I
is
did listen to
bad.
that
Oh,
song.
I don't know if
all
you guys
day.
saw pictures, but like the singer for like 10 years, he was hanging from like the pipes, like from the ceiling. He was
see
walking
what
on
I'm
the
saying,
crowd.
dude?
Yeah, it was.
That's this
Yeah.
motherfucker right here, dude.
God damn you, Leisure.
fucking
Fuck.
shit, dude.
He's
And
a
we-
pretty fit guy, so he probably could get away with hanging from the pipes. I feel like if one of the other singers from the other bands would have done that, it would have fell.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
have turned out
He was
well.
kind of short. Too, yeah.
But you know what? The singer of POD, like the end of the show with 10 years, he was like standing on the crowd, literally walking on them. It was tight. And this was at Beat Writers. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it's not like there's thousands of people. There's 400 people in there,
Yeah.
but everyone's drinking, having a good time, vibing into it. And then the first song, POD, it's almost like he wanted to one up them. So he's like, all right, on our first song, I'm standing and walking on the crowd. And the crowd just ate it up and loved it. And I was like, whoa, you can walk
And it was-
on crowds when you're a
It
singer?
was kind of weird. Like
Awesome. I want to do that.
POD was like considerably
Loud.
louder than all the other bands.
Yeah.
they were just loud.
They were
Like,
loud
I
for
don't
the
even
sake
know
of
what
being
Yeah, I
loud.
don't even know what it was.
Was
But when
that,
you're
like,
drinking,
excessively loud.
yes, but we were sober. The rest of the
They're
crowd
playing
was
really simple
drunk,
stuff,
so
though, it kind of.
it probably had the right effect on someone who's a little inebriated. When you're sober and driving, not the same effect. I actually walked out because I was like, this is giving me a headache. Everyone else loved it though, but you know, you got to have some drinks in you if you're going to go see a band like that.
And some earplugs.
And some earplugs.
Yeah, for sure.
I had earplugs in and it was still too
Oh
overbearing.
yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
no,
you guys,
like
you
it
guys are
was-
lucky.
you feel it.
It was
to have seen
overbearing.
that.
I thought
But it
that
was good.
I thought that way about animals as leaders. Every time I've seen them, they've been loud to the point where it was like it felt like my ears were bleeding.
I think they do that on purpose to compensate for not having a singer.
Or a bass player.
Oh my
Or
god,
Yeah.
it was like
That's weird. man.
Unbearably loud.
I'm like, no singer, no bass player. That's
I
it's
think-
just two guitars and a drum. Like,
They play 8-string
Fuck.
guitars.
Their
though, so
first
it's
album
really
was
low.
sick. Second album, didn't like at all. Third album is sick. Love it.
I was just like, this is the weirdest band I've ever seen. Like, cause I wasn't too into the degenting and stuff like that until this guy threw me out there, and then we go and see these guys, and I'm like, damn, that black dude's going off.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
fucking
going
tearing
off.
it up.
Bad.
And then this fucking
Dude, the other guy is actually really good too.
yeah, he's this fucking bice ass Mexican. He had fucking like snakeskin boots and shit with a big ass belt buckle, and he's just
That's
right there
tight.
like just. I was like, oh,
He's
fuck.
into it too.
What the fuck is going on here?
His solo stuff, Mestis, is
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
heard that. I heard that. I
Yeah,
was like,
he's a
oh,
really cool
fuck.
guy, and
Yeah, he is cool.
their drummer is always just like on point.
That
Yeah.
guy's bad.
Yeah.
And you know what's more impressive, I think, is Tosin programs these crazy superior drum tracks, and they find a guy, one of those internet drummers that can play
Yeah.
this shit.
Wait, was it Tosin? Maybe he does it now. I think didn't Misha help with
did.
it the first
The
I think
album?
in the beginning,
the
yeah.
first
Maybe in the
album.
beginning, probably not now anymore.
Yeah, I know that they had a hand in that. You know, man, what I was, God, I had something going on in my brain and I just fucking lost it.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys, are you guys, are you guys going to try to do like a tour? this
Yes.
year?
Yeah,
So
eventually,
after
for
the
sure.
album releases, after the album's done, we're gonna release a couple singles. We're gonna release the music video, build up some hype, drop the album, do maybe like an album release, like 4 shows in a row, 4 days in a row, something like that, something small, and then we got to collect some funds. So
Are you guys going to do a crowdfunding, like GoFundMe?
I'm
or-
going to reach out to for crowdfunding. I'm going to ask my boss for an investment. Zach's dad might help us out in some ways. And we're just going to get some support from the people who love us and care about our music and see if they want to help us put us on the road, because it's going to take some capital for sure.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
But we have all the gear and the talent. We just need a van
Money.
and a way to move.
That's awesome. You know, I think that I'm so impressed. You guys are such young guys, and you're embarking on this. But the attitudes you guys have, I mean, it's just you guys. Yeah, I want to be a rock star, but yeah, you're going about it as a businessman. And I think that's really mature. I wish that I had that wherewithal when I was young, because I didn't, man. I had no idea. I was like, fuck, dude, is there some beer?
Yeah.
Sick.
You know, I was just there for the party, dude, and we were gonna play. You know, and people were gonna like it, and we were gonna have some beers, and it was gonna be it was just a party. It was just a party.
There
My
You
whole-
need that
everything.
element too. Sometimes maybe I overthink things, so that's one cool thing about working with other people is they balance me out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my mind just gets too sporadic. Zach mellows me out. The drummer mellows me out. The bassist mellows me out. And we all work really well together.
That's awesome. So when you guys do have your tour dates announced, make sure you guys send us a note. You know, drop
We
us an
definitely will,
email,
for
hit
sure.
us up, and say, hey, you know, blast this on your podcast, and man, we'd love to support
Thank
you
you.
guys. I think that's of course, man. It's awesome. Thanks for being here. I wanted
it's
I want
fun.
to change the subject for 1 minute because I can see
Get
the
it.
time, and I think that we're nearing the last third of the show, and I remember before the show. I'm so glad you guys are here to witness this. By the way,
Shit.
You know
this
what's
is-
coming,
I know where
man.
this is going.
so Leisure Suit stomped on my shit, man. Basically last week.
Yes.
So I told him, you know, I'm into country music now. I want to play country music. I'm, you know,
I like that song "Whiskey Lullaby."
All right,
That's a good
so
song.
that I'm going to lead into my question for you guys about that. But first, ladies and gentlemen, Leisure Suit wants to formally apologize to me
Yeah,
And there's nothing I love more
yeah,
than having an apology in a public forum from you.
yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
don't know. It just broadcasted all over the world.
So this is the deal. Last week I kind of said that's not my shit. You know, Eric Church. No, I can't relate to that shit because I don't wear no fucking greasy ass fucking hat and all this shit. And I've never been into country.
It's Bakersfield.
Their hats
Yeah.
are greasy.
Well, that's what he said. You know, but I was like, it just doesn't do it for me. And I even made a statement that country is one of the worst musics for me, like one of the worst genres of music for me. You know, but
That's saying it nicely.
so I took the time out of my day, you know, later on that week, and I said, you know what? Let me get on Pandora and let me type in Eric Church, you know? And so he came out with a couple songs on there, and I was like, oh, fuck, I like this.
Yeah.
You know, like, so I'm just listening to his shit, and then all of a sudden, a guy named Chris Stapleton comes in, and I'm like, fuck, I like this too. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know? So country is not the worst music ever. It might be paisa shit now.
Paisa shit.
It might be the corridos right now. They might be leading, but
You're not vibing some
I do
accordion or
apologize.
what?
I do apologize to every country singer or fan ever.
I like flamenco music a lot. I like classical guitar, and it's Spanish classical. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's one of the hardest styles to play on guitar.
I like
I can
black
respect
metal.
it.
It's like
Nice.
death metal on acoustic almost. It's metal
It
on
is.
acoustic.
Especially
it's
that
insane.
video you showed me. I swear, if you
El
would have
Rubio.
overdubbed death metal over his like visual, it would have perfectly fit. He was like making like angry faces, like getting all into it, and like he had long hair. I'm like, dude, this dude is like a death metal guitarist.
Yeah,
but
Oh, he
way
was
better.
playing like harmonic minor scales too. It was-
Oh, yeah,
it was
he
all
was-
it was evil. It
He
sounded
was
evil.
super godly on guitar. It was unreal.
And they do like those tremolo picking like with their fingers. It's insane.
It was super black metal. I loved it.
So Tim Flucky was a guitar player I played with, and he actually, his father-in-law is in the soap business, you know, the soap operas.
Okay.
Oh,
And
that's
he-
cool.
He actually played some flamenco guitar on some of the Spanish soap
you go.
operas and shit.
That's really cool.
So that was cool that you said that. But I was going to ask you guys a question. So maybe one at a time, tell me, what's your spectrum from, you know, like we just said, country's kind of way out there for guys that are traditionally rock and metal guys like us. You know, and then of course I think black metal's on maybe
Black
this
metal.
side. So everything in between. So where are you guys at? You know,
Well, I like a lot of electronic music, like a lot of trance.
very cool.
Like chill step. That was just kind of just like chill dubstep.
It's so chill.
honestly. But I like rock, obviously, rock and metal, but rock. Yeah, I don't really delve too much into like rap. And like I love like Spanish flamenco guitar and like classical and all that.
Cool.
I like I like some country music a lot actually, and some I absolutely hate. So I think it just depends on what the brand brings to the genre. I really like rock music. I used to think that only death metal was cool and everything else was like not as good.
I was like that for like a year.
Like if it's not death metal, you just aren't cool enough for me to listen to. I don't know why I thought that way, but I did. But now, honestly, pop music is really a huge influence for me. Like Adam Levine or Levine, however you say his last
Yeah,
name.
Maroon
Levine.
5.
Oh my God, that singer can sing.
Yeah, he's great, right?
Oh, that
He
like
can play drums. He can play guitar. He's like, that dude's just killing.
yeah.
And
that's
that
what I
guy,
like.
you know, my mom told me about Maroon 5, dude.
Yeah, my
I was
mom
like,
too.
What are you listening to? You know, and I didn't even know what it was, and I listened to this. I was like, oh my God, I don't like this at all. But he's really good.
He's real good at
Hey,
singing.
you know the like when you talk about like popular music, I just saw on the Grammys like not too long ago, Alabama Shakes. Have you guys ever heard them?
No.
God, dude, that fucking chick. It's a chick singer. You know,
I like chick singer bands.
She's a big girl too, and she's like, I don't know if she's
Adele or
no, she's like in the black, like I don't know if she's black or if she's mixed, but she is fucking bad. Like, and then they got this fucking dude that plays bass. He's all fucking Amish and shit with his fucking beard.
Oh, that's
he wears
cool.
a fucking hat, and I'm like, they got fucking catchy ass fucking music. It's real pop. If you heard their song, I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry, but god dang, that
Can you
shit's-
sing it?
That shit's badass. No, I wish I could. I fucking wish I could.
I want you to
I would
so
so
bad.
do it.
Yeah,
right
flex those fucking
now. I
gold
would so
pipes, Leisure.
fucking do it right now. Nah, I'm gonna save that shit for another episode.
All right.
But yeah, man, I really love shit that's like Adam Levine, because I watch The Voice all the time, right? And that dude's just a fucking character, man. I'm just like, this dude's cool, but he jams on a fucking guitar too, man. He can get up there and jam. He can sing. That guy's just fucking talented overall.
Hey,
And he's fucking beautiful too.
he's got a hell of a golf game too.
Does he?
Yeah, dude.
Guy can
He
play
was
golf?
on. Yeah, he was on. I saw him on. Fuck, man, what's the name of that show? It's, you know who Hank Haney is, right? It was Tiger Woods' old golf coach.
Yeah.
Hank Haney has a show on Golf Channel,
Nice.
and Adam Levine was on there, and it was like, you know, where he takes him for like a month and coaches him up. So when he started, I mean, he was like a fucking hack, but dude, by the end of that show, dude, he was shooting like in the 80s, like playing good
shit.
golf. I was like, hell yeah, Adam Levine.
That's what happens when
So-
you guys get old. We start talking about golf.
Yeah, we
you
start
guys will,
talking
You guys
about
will talk
golf.
about this one day. Okay?
Yeah, mark my
golf.
words.
Golf. Let me tell you why golf is awesome. You can
You drink and swing.
Yeah,
You-
I like
that-
it.
And
That's it.
play
That's the
play the
whole
least amount
thing.
of golf as possible.
That sounds actually not bad at all.
Yeah.
It's
and then you
relaxing.
get to hop in a golf cart. That
Yeah.
sounds
You get to
great,
drink
too.
and drive.
You're in legally.
yeah, legally.
So I mean, you can easily go through a 12-pack out on the golf course, you know, because you're out there.
That
It's hot as
sounds
shit.
great.
Yeah, I mean, so it's relaxing. If you have a stressful life, dude, golf.
So golf is a ruse. It's just a really good time.
It's exactly. I don't even care. The only reason I ever keep score is because this guy wants to keep score.
So golf has this
Just
like
'cause I wanna
secret
win.
stigma of being boring, just to like keep the wives at bay. Is
Yeah,
that?
that's
Yeah.
Exactly.
That makes
That's
so much
exactly what it
sense.
is.
now you figured it out. Oh, she hates it when when I'm gone doing this thing with my friends, but I can go golf every Saturday.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
hey, the three of us,
Make that
we
two
had
12 packs.
You know, we had a country club membership, the three of us, and man, that was such a great excuse to be gone for the whole day.
Yeah.
You have, you know, if you're part of a club, you go, there's a bar, you know. So we show up there, we'd play, you know, 9 holes. Then we'd stop at the clubhouse. You get some barbecue, you drink,
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. We're there all fucking day, man. It was a
Sounds
good time.
great.
It was a good time.
Yeah, you grab a sandwich at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Refresh your cooler, and get back out there. I mean, you dude,
Start thinking about how good you're gonna do in the second half, and you're really gonna do worse than the first.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's a sham, dude. Golf is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
I love it.
So
Now I
all
wanna
the
go
youngsters
golfing.
out there, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you can be a rock star and play fun golf."
Yeah.
You know who I heard has a fucking hell of a golf game is Alice Cooper, dude. I heard that guy's like a scratch golfer.
That guy's old as fuck.
Alice Cooper.
Oh, that
hey,
dude! I saw him live, dude. Let me tell you something.
Fucking
School's
killer.
out for summer, bitches. That shit was off the chain. man.
Yeah?
Yes, dude. He killed it. And we've talked about this show before at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper opening for Motley Crue, right? And we got killer seats. And he does the whole thing where they chop his head off. You know, they got the guillotine out there. Have you guys ever?
They chop his fucking head
Oh
off?
my God!
yeah,
what?
dude. It's a
No,
full.
it's a
okay,
full
so you've got-
theatric.
No, this is cool because you guys
production.
are younger generation. You probably have no.
Oh,
I mean, you know what
no
else?
way.
You know what he
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
but you never.
yeah.
So, dude, check him out because he does an entire horror show.
Oh,
And like back in the day when he came out, dude, people were like, "We can't let our kids listen to this shit. This guy is. He's a
dude.
devil worshiper. He's like all." So anyway,
I want to put on a show like that.
He was
Dude,
like
great.
watch
he
it.
was
It's
like
like he's-
Marilyn
he's
Manson
freaking-
before Marilyn
Yes,
Manson.
Yeah, but
that
it's-
He
sounds
was
it's
like
cool.
that
G-rated.
shock rock.
Yeah.
Well, no, dude. I mean, he had that
it's horror show.
billion
though.
dollar babies, dead babies, and
that's
all this
true, yeah,
shit.
that's true.
And this is in like the early 70s, you know.
Oh,
and he
yeah,
had the
okay.
face paint, you know, and you know, he has these what's the name?
Well, he had Nina on stage, which is really another
Nita,
key point.
you know who Nita Strauss is? The
God,
chick
she's
guitar
fucking
player.
amazing, dude.
Nita Strauss is her touring
Need
guitar.
you say more, chick guitar player? I'm sold already.
She's fucking bad.
amazing.
But dude, he's always like he's like Ozzy, right? He hires his band, and he just gets like these young, brilliant musicians to tour with him. And he's always got like the baddest musicians, you know.
Yeah, so they put on a hell of a show,
They
full
do,
on
dude.
horror
Great.
show on stage.
That's
and,
so sick.
It was great, dude. He's like Frankenstein. He gets his head chopped off. He gets put in the electric chair. It's super cool.
That's
Oh,
fucking
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
like
what
some
we're
fucking-
missing. So, like a show, maybe not horror,
We've only
but
played one show though.
I know.
We need to develop it.
And we didn't do all of that stuff,
No.
so we're messing up.
Yeah, that's some fucking super shit right there. I've never even seen that. I think Guar does some crazy shit like that too.
Guar
right?
had some shit. They had that worm
The
that
worm
would
that
eat
fucking comes and
motherfuckers.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, a
Oh
giant
yeah,
worm.
dude. They had a giant worm on like this fucking worm with
And it
teeth.
comes in and it fucking eats like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Boom.
Oh,
yeah.
boom! Fucking eats you,
Like
dude.
Arnold Schwarzenegger comes out on stage like, oh, yo.
Get to the chopper.
And then the fucking blood squirts out into the fucking audience.
Yeah,
and you're
dude.
getting all this shit on you. You're like, what the fuck?
I have a
Yeah.
Guar story, believe it or not.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, so I was on tour and we'd been out on the road for probably 6 weeks or so, pretty tired and burned at that point in a van, stinky. You've gone through, every pair of socks and underwear you've got like 50 times by this point,
Yes.
and the crappy laundry. Anyway, so the road is amazing though, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
No, it is, but the laundry facilities kind of suck, and the food's terrible.
But everything else is cool.
Everything else is cool because you get free beer when you get there, and then they've generally got like a vegetable tray so you can get some real food. But Guar played in the fucking place we were playing, and we were playing there on a Sunday. I remember they played Saturday night, dude. That place was trashed. Shit was broken. There was shit sprayed up against the walls, and that place was fucked up, dude. The floors were all slippery. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
you're
Guar
all
story.
covered in that fake blood and shit.
Yeah, that's my Guar story.
Nice.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good band if you have a guitar player named Ballsack, the Jaws of Death.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
I also played a venue after Too Short.
Oh shit.
It was a bunch of panties. No, seriously.
Well, we went to one in where was it? Who was it that we saw? Was that the fucking Periphery shit? When Tyga came in to follow them?
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah, that was
Yeah, I was
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah,
no,
it was a Halloween thing.
It was a Halloween party,
Yeah, we fucking walked outside and I was like,
and there was a line.
oh
just
shit! I was like, look at fucking Batgirl right there. Fuck, fucking boot cheeks hanging out.
oh
fucking-
dude,
yeah, I was
these
like,
chicks
oh,
like
shit.
in their.
I want to go back in
sluttiest
for Tyga.
costumes,
Yeah, I
dude.
mean,
I love
like,
that.
fuck. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool, but they came right after like a big old metal show, a huge metal show.
That's how I just saw The Word Alive, and their like
Yeah, we were
little
just talking
tour
about
them. We were just
package
talking about
just
them.
ended at 10 o'clock, and right after, like at 10:30, it was like it turned into like a DJ event.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
and then
seen
like
shit
you
like that,
see
man.
like it's really funny how the demographic completely changes. Like you go from seeing people in like tank tops, tattoos, chicks with piercings on their faces,
Yeah.
colored hair, super tight pants on the dudes and the chicks, or like super tight fitted dresses or skirts. And then the DJ plays, and then you just see like hoop earrings
Yeah.
and like I don't even know how to describe it,
heels
but
and
like
shit.
high
Yeah.
heels, like just it completely changed.
it's got
but-
like a club atmosphere.
yeah, but you know what? The club atmosphere people still all demographic change, albeit loved The Rock. They loved it because they showed up like just in time for Word Alive to like
Yeah.
get there early for the DJ events. And you see like chicks out there in heels that have never heard this band before, like fist pumping. And I was like, I mean, yeah, you've got some drinks in you, but that's great. You like electronic
Well,
music.
dude,
and this.
live music. It doesn't matter what it is. A lot of times, man, just like seeing live music is cool.
Yeah,
It is.
You know?
It is.
It
You know,
is
it's
cool.
just it's visceral. You know, you got these
That's a good way
guys.
to
You know,
put it.
they've put everything into writing these songs, and they're up there performing. You know, even if you don't really like the band, you can still stop and appreciate it.
Yeah, there's a cool factor
Yeah.
for sure.
You know, I have a story about bands coming, like playing late shows after bands. Is when my band was playing the Whiskey. We opened up for One Side Zero on that tour for that record, Instead Laugh, that one. We came out after sound check, and we were gonna pull our van around with the trailer to load our shit up. And there's this fucking tour bus, and you know how they had the two bus slips behind the Whiskey? Have you played the Whiskey?
Yeah, I have. It's a good venue.
So the bus slips behind there. There's this bus parked in between them, and then had the fucking pop outs. So
Oh,
it's
I know
taking
this
up
one.
both spots, right? This bus is huge. We're like, I know this ain't fucking One Side Zero's bus. Like, who the fuck's bus is this? We go out front, and there's just this line going all the way down Sunset. Dude, it was Tim McGraw and Faith Hill.
Yeah.
And they were playing a midnight show after the show that we played.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were like, well, it made it a pain in the dick to load out, but
Oh, I can't imagine.
you know, there's no fucking parking. You're on Sunset, so it made
Oh,
it a pain in
that
the ass.
sucks.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
nowhere
that-
to park.
I'll tell you what, man. The whiskey is one of the worst. The whiskey and the Viper Room are probably the two worst loadout in
Horrible.
for California. But nothing compares to some of these shitholes that you play in like Texas. And it's like 100. No, I mean 110 degrees, and you got to move all the bass
sounds
cabinets
awful.
up this like 25 flight of stairs.
I'll tell you one
It
thing.
was brutal.
I as far as like wanting to see, like I don't know if I'll ever embark on a stage, but just to go there, because I've never been there. I want to go to that Red Rocks in Arizona. Is it in Arizona
No, that you're talking
or New Mexico?
No, that's in Colorado.
No,
Red Rocks,
Red
right?
Rocks?
Like Dave Matthews live at Red Rocks.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
in
Yeah, that's-
Colorado.
It's in Colorado?
I think so.
Shit, that motherfucker.
I don't know for
it
sure.
just looks like a nice fucking setting with those fucking rocks on the side.
That's Colorado,
Shit.
dude.
God
Oh,
damn,
that
it's just
sounds
nice.
cool.
It's fucking nice.
I'm a fan of playing like really nice venues.
Yeah, that's a cool ass thing.
The Red Rocks is cool. The Greek Amphitheater up at Cal Berkeley. I think that place is
I like the House of Blues. Some, not all of them. Some of them are
The one on
really,
Sunset was
really,
awesome.
really
one on
nice.
Sunset
The one
was
that was
really
on
cool.
Sunset was awesome, but didn't that close down?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
just
shut
closed
it
it down.
down. They're
Yeah, they shut it
reopening.
down.
Oh, they are.
They're building a new
Thank
one.
you.
They are.
Yeah,
That's
A
yeah.
better one?
A better one.
Well, all right. I'll
Well,
take
you know
that.
what? I don't know if you could say it's better. It's
Yeah.
going to be different because
I just like
I
that
thought,
spot.
yeah, it was like down, kind
Yeah.
of tucked down that hill. And it had that tin roof.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this
It's
place
shaded,
is
I think, a
super,
little
super
bit.
cool,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Well, the
it's a cool
sound
ass
in there was amazing.
Impeccable.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
saw
was.
who did we see there? I went
That's
with.
where I
was
saw
that-
Summer Slaughter.
I saw Soilwork there. That's
Yeah.
where I
Oh,
saw
that's a
it.
good
Soil
band.
Work.
Yeah, dude. Joe called me up like, dude, we gotta go to fucking Soilwork. Bro.
dude, we're going to see
Soilwork,
dude.
Yeah, so we went to Soilwork. Was great.
Yeah, they're fucking good, dude. That band's killer. Do you listen to Soilwork?
I love Soilwork. Yeah.
Soilwork's fucking
Yeah.
Didn't they have that song 20 Years or something like that?
I think. I don't know.
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know the song
They got
titles.
they put out like double albums with like 40 fucking
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
on it. I mean, those guys are songwriting machines, and all their songs. It's not like they're putting out a bunch of garbage. These
They're
guys
putting
are
out good
bad.
songs,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're tight, man.
Yeah, I
can
really like
definitely
their band a lot.
respect it. Definitely respect it.
What are you guys listening to right now?
Thrice and Under Oath.
Dang, taking
I
it
kinda
back.
listen to a lot of what he listens to.
Okay.
So Thrice
Yeah, we
and
listen to
Under
the
Oath
same
a lot.
music. Like he'll show me a band I've never heard of. I'll be like, "Oh, dude, sick!" Or like sometimes an older band, and like we share bands a lot. The first band that started our band that we found out we both really like was Corellia, and then it
Oh,
just
yeah.
stemmed from
I was
there.
I was writing death metal before Corellia, and I saw
Same.
them live for the first
I'm
time.
gonna have to listen to
without
that.
actually hearing their music, and after that, I was like, God.
Yeah, they're real good.
Chiodos is really good. I've been listening to them a lot lately.
Chiodos. Damn, I seen them a couple times too.
Yeah, I
Circus
never got
Survive.
into that band, dude.
They're good. They're good, man.
They
They got
know.
they got a fucking following for that ass too, man.
Oh yeah. No, they're fucking popular, dude.
The Illuminatio album is really good. That whole album.
I'll pick it up on iTunes. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I love
like-
some fucking
dude,
Thrice
Thrice-
though, man. Fuck.
That Artist in the Ambulance record, dude. That's in my top 5 records. all
Vahisu
time.
for me is like,
I
that
didn't
just
like
hits
it.
my heart.
God
man.
damn, dude. I think that record's fucking terrible.
Oh, I love that
fucking
record.
terrible, dude.
You didn't like the four.
4 Miles is such a good song.
Oh, dude. You know what? It maybe
You know-
it's,
you know
I'm
what?
so
I've-
stuck in
when
that
I-
old shit. Though,
Yeah, when
man.
I listened to it,
I
I was so turned off by it not being what they were before
Oh,
that I
that
don't even
makes
think I
sense.
gave it any more of a chance.
I got into it right at like someone was like, check Thrice out, and they're like, what should I listen to first? They're like Vahisu. I'm like, all right.
Is that the it
Yeah.
starts off like that?
Yeah,
with the prison guard song.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We dream of black nights without, or on the prison yards. Like, it's
Like
we
I-
are the image of the invisible.
I'm just
Yeah.
getting to Deftones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They've
damn,
been
me
around.
too.
I'm
a good
just
band,
getting
dude.
into
Man,
you
Deftones.
youngsters,
Deftones, dude.
man.
They're
God.
good.
Which album are you listening to that you like?
The one with the owl.
Yeah, Diamond Eyes, right?
Diamond Eyes. Okay, that's
Okay.
that's later.
Their
dude.
new one, the newest one is really good. And then is it White Pony?
Yes.
Oh
White
yeah, White
Pony.
Pony's
That's
classic, dude.
that's the album that I really love. That album
That
kills it for me.
yeah, that album.
He's like manic, but really pretty sounding at the same time.
Exactly.
It's like
The new album by North Lane, Node.
No,
It's a great
that's a
album.
masterpiece.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it. I love
North
it.
Huge
Lane
fan of North
is
Lane. I can't believe I
fucking
forgot about
bad,
them.
dude. Yeah, big fan
their
of that
drummer
record.
slays,
So good.
Our drummer has a really similar style to theirs.
and he's
Good,
not
dude.
influenced by them. It was
He's
like
not.
on
He-
accident.
yeah, he doesn't even know who they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and we both told him, we're like, you kind of remind us of the North Lane drummer, and that like stoked us out a lot because we were like really into North Lane like right at that time.
Yeah, that's a great fucking record.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
I love
really
their new
is.
singer. I love
Yeah.
him.
The screaming singing contrast. We actually started out as singing and screaming on all of our songs, but then we made the decision to do all singing except for our one single "Guilty Crown," how it has screaming at the end. But at first we were influenced by Northlane and we're like, let's do that. But we later decided to go more of a Paramore, Circa Survive type sound,
Like
which
a
is all
heavier
singing.
Paramore.
Thrice.
Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's good, man. No
Yeah,
doubt.
I like
it
it.
is good.
I like
love
it.
Thank you.
I've heard quite a few over the past 5 years, probably a handful of, what people deemed at whatever time it was. I was looking into it, the most popular Bakersfield band, and it's weird because the technique is different now. These guys, these young men are taking the time to make a quality product,
Yes.
and then they're
Thank
stepping out and saying, "Hey, we can represent this live." And I think that's a different. Back in our day, man, you just fucking got up there and played.
And then
have a
recorded
shitty-
later
Yeah,
if
yeah.
people liked you, right?
Right, exactly. It was a totally different model, but that
It's
is
almost
so
the
cool.
opposite.
Yeah, it's almost the opposite of the way it is now.
And because of that, you're getting a much better product. Because so like these guys right here, they take 2 years and they're putting their
Yes.
sound together before they finally, like last night was the culmination of all that work.
Yes.
And you put it out there.
That's cool.
So, like Luke was saying before, we're in the room, we're writing these songs, and you're really hashing them out up on stage. You're still like going through renditions of songs and you're playing them live in front of people. You haven't even refined this shit yet. Then when it finally gets to the point where it's refined, you're sick of the song, and that's when you go record it. But it's like opposite now. Everything's written in the studio. Everything's super dialed in before you even take the stage. I think
And
it's
then when
good.
you take the stage, it adds a whole new element because, like Zach mentioned earlier, you almost rework certain little tiny things to
some,
make it translate
some things
live.
that are a little bit sterile that like if you're having like a shit ton of layers, because you have that luxury of doing stuff like that in the studio. So especially having one guitarist, I almost have to play rhythm and lead at the same time on some parts.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
It's fun. It's a cool challenge doing it like that.
Like listening, like when Luke and I record, and like I heard you say it too. You'll say there's like 16 vocal tracks.
Yeah, at times.
And
with some of the
there's
harmonies.
some of the sessions that we have on here. Like I know one of our tracks, there was when it was done, there was like 55 tracks on
There you
Control.
go.
Yeah, I have
There you
no
go.
self control with that. The studio, these kind of tools changed everything for
They're
me.
tools,
'cause,
yeah.
I mean, I started dabbling into this on my own on Logic in like 2007.
Yeah.
And it just totally changed my singing style, I feel like, at that point. And
Same.
That's the thing, is that I've never actually released anything since all of that happened. All the stuff that you can look up about me or that I've done, it's out there in the public. I did before I had this capability. So I can't imagine how that must be. I mean, you really can listen to what you're doing and be like, that fucking sucks, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I would
Oh,
never say.
yeah.
I would turn that off.
No,
Yes.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a challenge.
we've all these 12 songs that are going to be on the album, we've recorded probably each one of them about 12 times.
Yeah.
We've had like 12 demos of all of them. So
I recorded them all on vocals too, like at my home studio, like first before going somewhere professional, probably about 2-3 times all the way through. And I was glad I did because I was like, yeah, some of these parts aren't right or aren't sung right. And then also one thing that helped me as a singer is I would start in a studio and I would record section by section. And then I got really good because I would write like parts that are possible to sing section by section, but pretty impossible to sing like as a whole. And then I would just force myself to do it because I have a recording of it. And then I'd sing along
Yeah.
to my own
Yeah.
recording. And then I got real good. and
That's-
that was cool.
That's funny. I've been doing that for a while. That's funny. You know, but it's weird, man. Being a rock singer, you know what might be a good, like, just something you can think about, man. I'll just put this out there. When I started thinking, you know, I'm going to sing some country music, right? I've heard a lot. I'm from Alabama, but I was always in a rock band. You know, lots of people have said, why don't you ever try country? Hell no. I don't even like country. Well, now I've kind of, I don't know, for some reason I like it, and I'm trying it. But here's the thing, is I thought this is going to be so easy compared to what I used to do. It's going to be so easy. It's actually really, really hard.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
We came, like, I started playing in a live band when I was like 14, playing death metal, you know, like stuff like Black Dahlia Murder.
Arceus.
And yeah, you know, like I thought it was like really crazy back then, but now actually writing, you know, like these like softer, meaningful,
Listenable.
more meaningful, more listenable, actually more in-depth songwriting. It's a challenge.
It is, and I felt for me, like when I'm singing rock, you know, you can really layer things a lot more than you can in country. They want to hear the single voice, the single vocal kind of sound on a lot of the verses, you know, and that you have to get it, you know, it's just a challenge to get all the timbre and all all the character that some of those singers can get in that one track.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's really challenging. I mean, rock, I've always had a better time with rock music singing than this country thing. It's hard.
It's coming along though, man. You're doing a good job. I can't wait for people to hear it.
Well, you know, eventually maybe. If I can ever get a version of it that I don't hate, then I might do that. But I think I share your drive on it. Has to be a certain way.
Yeah, I agree. If there's one band that you guys should all check out, that they do something really unique on vocals for rock music. They're called Artifacts Pareo. They brought something I've never heard of in my life. It's like almost like, what type of singing is it, Zach? Is it like, it's like almost like jazz, classical, like weird bluesy runs?
Yeah, there's some bluesy runs in there for sure. Blues is like a good thing to add in anything.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I mean, most modern music comes from blues.
Everything that's like
rock,
the base,
country,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Everything's based off of blues.
This guy's really smart, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He knows his shit.
Well, my dad's a blues guitarist, so
That's
he's
cool.
he's always stressed, and he's from the South also.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
That's cool.
Arkansas.
Have you
Oh,
heard
really?
12-Foot Ninja?
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
they're
super
good.
cool.
Yeah.
They're
Dude,
super cool.
They'll get that fucking lounge shit going, and then they'll fucking
Yeah, they're
break
like,
down like
"Blues is
super
good."
hard.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
that
like,
band's
oh,
fucking.
shit.
I'm like,
And they
God.
look cool too. They
They're
dress
fucking
all
cool.
crazy. Don't they dress kind of goth? It's kind of
No,
cool.
they dress like ninjas.
Yeah.
They wear the ninja pants with the little toe shoes.
Oh, wait. I think I saw a music video of them where they didn't dress like ninjas, but that's cool.
We've seen them live.
Yeah,
They're-
that's
They
what were
dress like
wearing when they were
actual
live.
ninjas
Yeah.
live? That's
They got those
super
little
cool.
China flats and shit. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're
what the
Oh, that's sick.
They're
crazy.
fucking bad, dude. They're so good, so good. Yeah, it's just like go back to the how many tracks on the vocals. How was it performing it live without all these layers of vocals? Like, did it translate?
It translated well, actually. So
There's some things where it's like, if it's like he's singing a really hard part, and on the recording there's like another really hard part, he'll kind of go to like the lower register or like do kind of like a different run, so like some different notes. It still sounds cohesive though.
Good.
That's exactly right. I obviously can't do 4-part harmonies live, but I am going to be getting a vocal looper. So like on the first choruses, I'll do the lower registry harmony, and then on the repeats, loop and do the higher registry harmony. So I want to be able to add that bigger dynamic to my vocals live, and I think it will sound better.
Are any of you guys singing any backup vocals?
Oh,
I wish.
can't sing. I can't sing and play.
It
too.
looks really cool when band members. do
I'm
backup
doing so
vocals.
much stuff also, like on the
Yeah.
guitar, you know, tap dancing with the pedals and doing crazy.
So what
yeah.
about backup tracks, like playing with Main Stage or one of those programs?
Yeah, so I've really heavily thought about sampling some of my harmonies, especially on certain songs, and I may decide to do that. It may be a really good idea, but
Very-
I
very
also
kinda
think
subtle,
that
so like we're not like relying on it, you know, just
Yeah.
like an
very-
icing on the
very
cake type
undertones
thing,
almost.
or a cherry on a milkshake, if you will.
I've played with a radar before, and you know, we made the decision eventually not to play with it, but I mean, the shows that I heard the playbacks from it, it just, wow, it sounded a lot thicker, right?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I kind of felt like my disappointment was that I could never really get to a point where the sound guy could have it low enough to satisfy me, you know? And
Right.
you know, you're not out there when they're doing front of house sound. Like, you don't know where they're mixing it.
No idea.
So when I'd hear playbacks on it, I was always disappointed. So I just said, you know what? I don't want to do that because, you know, I feel like my mic was buried or something. So we just stopped doing it. And I don't know. I think our fan base grew more when we did that, actually, because it was just bare bones. You know, I liked that idea. I love that you play piano. I think that is such a cool. The only band I ever really saw live that, and I don't even like the band. I don't know why I know this, but I saw the Killers like on the BBC channel or something.
Oh, that's a really good band.
Yeah, you know what? And I actually started liking them after that.
I like them from Guitar Hero.
Oh
right?
yeah, me too.
That's the only reason I like. I like that one song. That's the one song I know. I could play it perfect on medium difficulty.
Nice.
Hey, the new Guitar Hero's a motherfucker. Have you tried playing it?
I have not, dude, but I wasn't very good at the old one either. So
Dude, I was owning at the old one.
I love the old ones.
I'm terrible at the new one. It's way harder. So I don't play it.
We were thinking about doing. We were joking around about doing a music video where all the band members are on Guitar Hero instruments.
Yeah, like little rock band drums. That's really cool.
I'll actually be willing to like do a guitar spin for once.
Yeah. Because if he chips that, it's okay. It's just a Guitar
There was a
Hero guitar.
compilation on Facebook like a couple weeks ago.
guitar spin fails.
Oh my god,
those are
dude!
the best.
Oh my god! Like
so
there was
glad
a
I'm
dude
not
at a
them.
guitar store like with a. It was like an expensive ass freaking like Gibson, like a legit Les Paul custom, and he fucking did a guitar spin, and the strap flew off.
No.
Yeah,
shit.
and then
That's
another
terrible.
dude,
And it wasn't his. It
No,
was like
dude,
Guitar
he's
Center's?
at like Guitar Center, man. And then another dude, he's in his bedroom, and he fucking launched his guitar through his window,
There you
dude.
go.
Oh my.
bad decision right there.
Bad news.
You
If
know
you
that
don't
you-
have strap locks, do not attempt.
Yeah.
And even if you do, man, god damn.
Yeah.
So my father-in-law, I got him into guitar about a year and a half ago, and I just taught him a couple chords, you know, taught him how to read tablature, and he's been playing guitar every day. He plays at least 2-3 hours a day, and he's actually gotten really good.
Hell, I'll bet.
Yeah.
That much time.
Yeah, so he's a good player now. Well, he said it's time. I'm going to go get me a nice electric guitar, and I said, well, what are you going to get? And he says, well, I'm going to get a Les Paul. I said, well, just get you like a Les Paul Studio. Don't go out and spend, you know, $5,000. So he goes out and buys this Les Paul Studio, gorgeous, man, and he loves this guitar. You know, he's got it in the case, and like he takes like pictures of it in the case. You know,
Yeah.
he loves it that much. So he's got this guitar stand next to his chair in his living room,
I don't like where this is going.
and his because this subject's come up twice in the podcast. I got to tell this story now, and he calls me, and he's like beside himself, and he's like, I'm ready to kill this fucking dog.
Oh no.
And he loves his dog, you know.
Oh.
And so his dog was like nuzzling into like next to his chair, and his dog gets jealous of like the grandkids, and so anyway, I think this dog kind of nuzzled in and kind of said, "Boom," guitar, bam, knocked the headstock off.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Fuck.
yeah, dude.
Did he get it fixed?
Yeah, he did. He kept the guitar. He got it fixed. It plays great. But what a tragic, you know.
Oh.
That's a
Oh,
fucking
man.
That's a serious
That
injury
hurts.
right
I mean, a
there.
Les Paul or a PRS, that's a nice
Oh, yeah.
piece of gear, right?
That's top line shit.
Well,
right
and then
there.
you're really attached to it too, so
Right.
it just hurts.
That's that top shelf.
Yeah.
That is that top
I like Top Shelf.
Yes.
top shelf shit.
God damn. Yeah. One of my dogs hiked his leg and pissed on my bass drum.
Oh no, that's recent.
Yeah.
Is he
alive?
Is he
Yeah,
buried?
he's outside.
Oh, he's alive.
I came uncunted on that dog though. I whipped his ass all the way out the door, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. It hurt my heart.
Do you guys have road cases?
No.
Not yet.
Well, I have a rack for like my Axe effects and power conditioner, but
oh yeah,
yeah.
that counts.
yeah.
And you have actually Zach does. He has a case for his Axe effects and for his guitar. I need a piano case.
Yeah.
I have a case for my stands and for my cables and like mic and stuff like that. But I need a keyboard stand for sure.
Hell yeah.
But,
I know I ain't moving those DWs out of this room until
I want
buy
to
cases.
I want to talk about your drums a little bit. I just got at the NAMM show. I was there showing off my SoCal drums kit that was being demoed there before I got to take it home. It's a stave shell instead of ply. Do you know? Do you know about that?
Yeah. You know, I've actually been looking into the stave snares. I really, really want to get one.
I got to bring it over for you to try out. It's
I'd like to record it, dude. That would be sick.
You'll love it.
Because
Yeah.
I know the stave snares are, I mean, they're beefy, dude.
It's an 8K kit, so it's my baby. If my dog peed on that, I might have to put the dog down.
Oh, shit.
I
Put
love
him
the
down.
kit. I love the kit that much.
God
It's
damn, I love my drums,
It's like my
but-
child.
I love my wiener dogs.
I like French bulldogs.
Oh,
They're
God.
great.
Doxies are the best.
Doxy,
Yeah,
dude.
I have a
Harper.
black one,
Oh, do you?
but she's like
She's so cool.
She doesn't have the doxy body, kind of like how like long she is, but she's taller. But she has like a longer coat, but she has a doxy face. It's the best. They're the sweetest.
She's
dogs
the best
ever.
dog ever.
I got 3 of them, man.
Oh, that's happiness right there.
Dude,
that's
they're
that's
cool-ass
antidepressant right there. You don't-
Oh yeah, you
don't-
can't be
don't-
depressed. There's
No.
no way.
No,
If
and they
you
all,
are, they come up and cuddle you, and you're just like, all right, life is perfect.
dude, they all sleep by me in bed. It's fucking fantastic. I
Except
love
when they knock your headstock off your guitar.
your
That's the
guitar
only
or
time.
they hike their leg
That's
on
when
your
you have,
fucking
like,
Yeah,
drums.
yeah, those
Yeah,
are
that's
the two
terrible.
times.
God damn. That would be unbearable, man.
Yeah, this cabinet behind me, I had a dog piss on that, and it was a pit bull. It was huge.
These cabs are
I love
nice,
pit
too.
bulls.
Those are
though.
like some of the
They
best
have a
sounding
bad
cabs,
stigma.
too.
but I
These
love 'em.
cabs, they don't make these like the new. This
Is
one,
this-
if you notice, is
yeah.
about 4 to 6 inches taller.
Oh yeah, that's
A lot
the
more
big one.
headroom.
It's the
I
big
love
one,
these. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's a
um,
great amp.
this amp, and they don't make this. This is a dual rectifier or a
was
single
wondering what was
rectifier rectiverb. They don't make these either. So I got
It's like
those.
a nice cab.
I love this thing, man. I've had it for years and years, but I now have another rack mount. set
Which,
here
by
over
the
there.
way, is up for sale. Contact us if you want. Luke's previously toured with VHT Head.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't want it. I mean, I want something. I want a Telecaster.
Coheed.
I have a
in
Telecaster. My
Cambria.
dad gave me his.
That
It's just
poster
a
is looking
standard
good
from
over
like
there.
the
That's
90s. and
autographed too.
They still sound great.
There's a great guitar. That's a great guitar.
I'm
that
actually going to
Cody-
get a custom Tele built, a 7-string
Are you?
with like a reverse headstock, kind of like the bigger Strat
I
headstocks.
love reverse
with like
headstock. That's
humbuckers
such a
in
good
it. It's
look.
gonna,
Dude, that's
it's
gonna be
awesome.
That's gonna
Killer.
be a kill. It's gonna be a Fender custom shop.
No, I have some luthier here in town that I know that actually makes Teles.
Oh, no
so
shit.
He'll probably just do it just by himself.
So he makes regular 6 strings tellies as well?
Oh yeah,
Just his own?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. He was the guitar tech at Guitar Center like a year ago or so. His name's
think-
TJ.
You think you can put me in touch with that guy?
For sure.
Because I
Yeah,
want a
yeah,
telly.
Yeah, Teles
I
are-
have the money.
I have
I
the
will pay
monies.
him, man. I need a Telecaster immediately, dude. My friend has.
I like Tellys a lot too.
God, dude, he has a no-caster. The Fender reissue. It's the 1951. It was the very first one, and he has the reissue. And that thing is so nice, man.
Yeah, that thing plays killer.
Yeah. I
With
think
that
that
Vox
every
amp.
time that I play that guitar, I think that I'm Hank Williams. Every time. Every time. In my head, I've got a big ass cowboy hat on and I'm like $150. I got those Levi's on and I got that. What's that crazy ass tie?
A
that
bolo
we're-
tie.
There, I got a bolo
like
tie
goddamn
on.
Philip
Fuck.
Rivers, dude.
Yeah.
I've been learning that like finger picking, like Brent Mason,
Yeah.
that Hot Wired song. It's
Yeah.
fun song to play.
That's cool. See,
It's difficult, very difficult.
man, you guys are very versed in music, man. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's a good conversation.
Yeah,
man.
I think so.
Yeah, in the running for best guest so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
honor.
I've
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed
Appreciate
that,
it.
man.
It was fun coming over.
Hell yeah. Well, dude, we appreciate you guys coming over and taking the time out. I know, it's probably taxing getting out of bed today to do this, especially after last night.
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah.
so dead last night. So dead.
Yeah.
I was glad I woke up in time to message you.
Well, we want to wish you guys congratulations, and again, give us a shout when your record's coming out. You guys should probably
will, thank you.
blast your websites and all your
Yeah,
social
Yeah.
media real quick again on this, so that everybody listening can hear it.
Oh yeah, definitely. We will blast this.
All right.
It's Inertia. Our Facebook website is facebook.com Inertia the Rock Band. And then you can also find us on Instagram, and I think we're Inertia the Rock Band.
What's our SoundCloud?
Inertia.
Yeah, just
Inertia on SoundCloud as well.
Inertia, yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Right on, dude.
Good luck, guys. Good
Hell
luck.
Good luck.
yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
dude, there's no fucking doubt in my mind that you guys are going to go far. Just as long as you guys keep your shit together and you keep grinding, there's no fucking doubt. Because, the sound is already there. I was jocking it. When I put it on, I was like,
Yeah.
I was a little jealous. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you guys are good, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's gonna
so,
work out.
that's, and I'm pretty critical, dude. You guys are fucking killing it. So
Yeah.
Thanks for coming
Thank
on.
you.
keep it up, man. Just fucking go out there and do it, and definitely keep us in the loop, man. We're fans.
Sure.
Thank
We
you
wanna
so
check it
much.
out,
That's
so
really
thank
awesome.
you.
We really appreciate it.
Well, dude, are you guys ready to wrap this thing up?
Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, fuck it, man. Well, let's get on with our day. We got the UFC tonight, so
Conor
Conor
McGregor.
McGregor.
dude.
Conor
That's all I
McGregor.
got to say about
So
that.
all right,
That's all I
wait.
gotta
Fight
say, too.
predictions real quick before we end this. This is it. Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, Stockton 209. My motherfucker, dude. I'm going with Nate Diaz.
I'm going with Ireland.
Big Ireland.
You going with
Yeah.
Iron?
Yeah.
Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
do you guys got any skin in the game? You don't follow UFC?
I used to. I don't really know too much about McGregor. I know he's a badass, but Nate Diaz has always been very entertaining. Just his personality and just even the way he fights too. Like he backs it up. So
All right.
it'll be
That's
fun.
right, dude. He's a tough motherfucker,
Yeah.
dude. I'm going for Nate, dude. I'll be the
You'll be the lone wolf.
lone wolf, dude, going
Yeah.
for my guy in Stockton. So.
If
I'm
he win-
horrible
if
at
he
it.
wins, that's gonna be awesome.
It will
I'm
be
just-
cool
like,
because
I
it's
like-
gonna
I-
derail the hype train, dude. That hype
For sure.
train, just like the Ronda
And
hype
so
train.
many people hate Nate Diaz too. So
Yeah,
many
they do.
people.
I just want it to end by knockout, not by decision.
No, there's no fucking.
Yeah,
way.
there's gonna be a knockout. One of those fuckers.
somebody's
is getting
getting
knocked
finished,
out.
Somebody's
dude.
getting finished. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, dude. All right, man. We'll have to do this again sometime for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
guys.
Thank
All
you.
right. Peace.
Later.